What's up, everyone? Here we are again. Nothing is perfect. I'm Russell Holiday. Tonight we are here for still technically a big game situation. It's the Vancouver Canucks. It's the Vegas Golden Knights. It's Sunday night. Game will get started at 7 o'clock tonight. Guess I should probably turn on my television so I can actually see the game. You know, oh, that's very loud. You might even be able to hear that. There's baseball on the TV. Hopefully that turns into hockey pretty quick here. It will. Right after the Blue Jays in 30. All right. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. We are going to do a couple things today. We're going to start off by saying hello to all you beautiful people that are in chat right now, waiting for this game to get started. We're going to go through the stats that you want, but you don't really need. We're going to go through the Canucks starting lineup, which I literally finished 2 seconds before we went live here. And then during the first intermission, we're going to have Dustin Boydell coming by for the Rusty and Dusty Sideshow. We'll go through the ups and downs of the first period as well. We'll break down all the latest Canucks news of the day and maybe one little item that is not Canucks related. But we'll try and make it Canucks related because that's what we like to do here on Nothing is Perfect. During the second intermission, we're back with some KUNGFOOT best of 7. This time, it's my wife, Crystal, trying to take me out on my own stream. Can she defeat me in KUNGFOOT? Find out in the second intermission. And then Dustin Boydell will be back during the post-game to break down everything that happens between the Canucks and the Golden Knights on the Rusty and Dusty post-game show. So let's start off by saying hello to all you beautiful people who are in chat. Let's see. So Big Hog Hockey was here before I opened the program and says the grade 8. And then Rod said, I guess if the Wild lose today and the Canucks win the 2 games they have in hand, then they'll only be 2 points out with 4 games left. I'm ignoring the Flames here, so I might be off on that. And then Calvin99 Charlie says, 5 flipping hours is too long to make us wait, Russ. Kind of disappointed. Laugh out loud. Sorry. The Wild won. It's over, says Rod. And then Connor Cahill says, Rod, it feels like it a bit, but they played 2 more games than us. Than we have. We still have to win 2 games in hand. Plus, they still have to. We still have them to play on Saturday, April the 12th. Win that, and we'll be 2 points off. Connor Gill, there is no question that the time really is running out, but they just need to try. What have they got to lose at this stage? Correct, Connor. Swervin' Irvin in the chat. Welcome, Swervin' Irvin. And he says, what's up? Connor Hill says, at Jazz, no, not yet. They're 8 points behind with 6 games to play. Minnesota has 4 to play. And then it's also at least a positive feeling that the stubborn Bruins are finally out. First time in just under a decade they have missed out. Correct, Connor. Yeah. The Blue Jackets have officially been eliminated from contention in the Stanley Cup playoffs. Which took a while. It took a while in the East for people to get eliminated, but today is the first day that actually happened. Thomas in the chat. Welcome back, Thomas. Canucks go, Canucks go, Canucks go! And then Thomas says top 4 teams to cover for NHL playoffs. Thomas says OV859, let's go! And then Big Mac says, yo, what's shaking, everyone? Dobby, learn the rules. Trevor Linden, swear jar, goal, Canucks go. By the way, when I said Dobby, he looked up at me. Jake Takes Hockey, Big Mac. Welcome, Big Mac. Mike Torrance, good luck, Canucks. Jake Takes Hockey, says Mike Torrance. And then Thomas says, Dobby, Trevor Linden, Jake Takes Hockey, Dobby, Trevor Linden, Jake Takes Hockey, Dobby, Trevor Linden, Jake Takes Hockey, Dobby, Trevor Linden, learn the rules, 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 learn the rules. Mike Torrance, expect a shart game. You mean short or shite? Big Hog Hockey, let's hope he can do it tonight. Trevor Linden. Swerve Nervin, watching all these clips of last season, was it all just a fever dream? That's kind of how it feels these days, doesn't it? Big Hog Hockey, breaking news, Hachiko is 894 goals away from breaking Ovi's record. That's crazy. Hachiko gonna do it? Question mark. Big Hog Hockey, Jazz, are you talking about Kuzmenko? And then Jazz says, Rasputin, aka Ovi. And then Big Hog Hockey says, not Kuzi? Nah, bruh. Screw him. He left us. And then Big Hog's like, oh, I still love him. And then Mike Torrance says, think of that Sally was for Cherry. Laugh out loud. Yeah. I mean, he did whatever the heck he wanted, right? Doing the big old belly flop at center ice to celebrate his record-breaking goal. I bet maybe Don Cherry saw that and he's really happy about it. He finally understands the excitement that Ovechkin feels when he gets a goal. Jazz, I don't care about anyone if they're not a Canuck or Ovi. And then Jazz is like, Go Canucks, go, Canucks, go, Canucks, go. Jake takes hockey. And then Jazz says, if we don't win today, we are out if I'm not mistaken. No, we can still, wow. If we lose today, then Minnesota only needs to win one of the remaining 4 games. So at this point, we need the Minnesota Wild to lose 3 of their last 4 games. Jazz, Ovi used to use that visor to look at chicks through the stands. He's a freak. What do you mean? Big Hog Hockey, 13th straight win for the Canucks. The Abbotsford Canucks. Yeah, I wish you said Vancouver Canucks. Crying, sad, soft sobbing. Thomas, Big Mac, Dobby. And then Big Hog says, still, it's the Canucks team. Swerve and Irvin, I thought it was only 12. Midnight Solar, we lost to the Senators. It's over for us, says Midnight Solar. Oh, Midnight Solar, yeah, I did see that. Not a good look right now. You guys are 6 points out of the playoffs. 6 points behind the Canadians, and you don't have any games in hand, so I'm not liking your chances, Midnight Solar. I'm sorry to see that. Swerve and Irvin, F the effing Blue Jays. There, I said it. Yeah, you did say it. F the effing Blue Jays. Mike Torrance, Blues have 12 wins in a row. Madness, I know. They won today. KUNGFOOT, let's go! Yeah, Jazz is stoked. Jazz loves the KUNGFOOT. It's good times. I came in second in wrestling. Congratulations, Derek. You got a silver. Woo! Jumbo, Open, Chang, Wang, Moby Dick, Ahab, a.k.a. Derek, came in second place in wrestling. Big Hog Hoggy 4-3 over the Rocket. The Laval Rocket are the best team in the league, by the way. Universal Habs. Bonjour, Russell. Bonjour, Universal Habs. How you doing today? How's your team doing this fair evening? I hear they got a win against the Predators today. The Predators. Calvin 99 Charlie. Russ got beat on KUNGFOOT. Oh, you don't know yet. If you think my wife can beat me on KUNGFOOT, then you are correct. Then I did lose. But will my wife be able to defeat me in the game that I'm most... I'd say, yeah, I'm pretty good. I'm all right. Salute, says Jazz to Universal Hab. Thomas, hate to be the one playing the Blues right now. They're as hot at the right time. They sure are. Universal Hab says, Salute, Jazz. And then Big Hog Hockey, Mrs. Holiday for the win. Comment ça va, says Jazz. And then Zach's in the chat and he says, Go Vancouver. And then Big Hog Hockey says, Quit speaking Spanish. My God. And then Swerve and Nerve says, Breaking news, Cody Cece is Filipino. Jokes, says Big Hog. You ain't funny, says Jazz. Sorry. Habs 13, says Zach 25. It's okay, Jazz. Je vais bien, says Universal Habs to Jazz. And then Jazz says, oh shit, here break out a fight, Zach versus Universal. Get your popcorn. Nah, they're chill. They're pretty chill. Midnight Seller, Big Hog Hockey, I wish you all the luck today from a Columbus Blue Jackets fan. C'est super. Magnifique. Thanks, Midnight. Big Hog Hockey. Hey, sorry if I been joking around too much. I didn't mean to overstep. I'll be more mindful moving forward. Oh, and then he deleted the comment. Appreciate your patience. Calvin 99 Charlie. When did Russ beat Gretzky's record? Today! Oh, the Bunny fan. Vegas. Kempner Canucks score prediction for tonight, Russ. Rev Trev in the chat. It's gonna be 4-3 Canucks in overtime, Rev Trev. That's a 4-3 win in overtime for the Vancouver Canucks. What do you think, Rev Trev? What's your score prediction? The Bunny fan. I wanted y'all to beat Vegas so bad. I hate Vegas. Jazz says 10,000 to nothing for Vegas. What? I do too. Swerve and prior to Ovechkin, these men were all the time goal leaders. Joe Malone, Howie Merez, Nels Stewart, Maurice Richard, Gordie Howe, and Wayne Gretzky. David W., this weekend, the Habs won both of their games. The latter of them, the 2-1 over the Preds at Bridgestone's Arena after having beat the Flyers at the Bell Center 3-2. Also in regulation. In the latter game, Jakob Jubas stopped all but one of 37 shots. Will the Canucks, having played a previous game at Rogers Arena versus the Ducks on Saturday Pacific daytime and about to play the Knights at Rogers Arena, do what the Habs did. It's desperate times for the Canucks, even more than the Habs, because while the Habs are in a playoff spot, the Canucks season on playoff qualification remains. Oh my gosh, there's more. Swerving over in Canada. Emperor King, hell, hey, Russell. Russ has 275 more than Ovechkin. No big deal. Russ' best Gretzky record a few years ago. On thin ice. Rick Kane in the chat. For me, I'd put teams back in Atlanta and Phoenix. Hey, Rick Kane. By the way, if you were to start an NHL from scratch, what cities would you put teams in? I would be tempted to put one in Saskatchewan. And then Kent McGuire's in the chat. By the way, Rick Kane, I don't think I've seen you here before. Welcome to Nothing is Perfect. I'm Russell Holiday. We are live during every single Vancouver Canucks game, and we will be live during the NHL playoffs regardless. We're running behind, so I'm going to hop over to the stats that you want, but you don't really need. Vancouver Canucks play on Sundays. They've done it 534 times. At home, they're 131 and 106, so we're going to enjoy that. We're not going to look at the away. Don't look at the away numbers, kids. Canucks playing on April the 6th. They've done it 18 times. They're 5-11, which sounds really bad. But at home, they're 3-2. So we like that. We're also not going to look at away numbers on April the 6th. Now, the Canucks versus the Knights, there's no way to split this one a good way for the Canucks. They're 3-6 on home ice against those Vegas Golden Knights, 7-14 overall. And then the Canucks versus the Knights on Sunday. They have played twice in Vegas, lost both, and played once on a Sunday against the Knights in Vancouver and lost in overtime. Canucks versus the Knights leading scorer. We got Pettersson and Brock Besser, both with 7 goals in 18 games against the Golden Knights. Hughes with 10 assists in 13 games. And Pettersson not playing tonight, 17 points in 18 games overall. The Knights, it's Carlson. He's got 8 goals, 13 assists, and 21 points in 21 games against the Canucks. You'll love to see it. And then there is the little preview of the KUNGFOOT, and there's Dustin there. And there's a whale, and there's Dobby, there's me. So Sunday, April 6th, 7 o'clock. That's what we're doing tonight. Let's hop on over to the team scores, the team stats. The Vegas Golden Knights have defeated the Canucks twice so far this year by the same score, 3-1. Maybe I should have predicted a 3-1 loss. In the last 5 games, Shea Theodore has 5 points. Dorofeyev, 3 goals in 5 games. And then Shea Theodore, 5 points, all assists. Kiefer Sher with 7 points in his last 5 games. Atu Ratu leading the team with 3 goals in his last 5 games. And Quinn Hughes with 5 assists in that time. We're looking at the team stats. Vegas is number 1 on the power play. Got to stay out of the box against the Vegas Golden Knights. The Canucks are 14th, so moved up a little bit, which is good to see. The Vegas penalty kill is not as good. The Canucks penalty kill is very good, 3rd in the league. Face-off wise, dead center, the Vegas Golden Knights are 50. It's a coin flip. The Canucks are just behind them at 23rd, 48.9. And then goals for the Vegas Golden Knights, 6th in the league, and 6 for goals against, 3.34 and 2.64. And then the Canucks goals for are 21st, 2.84, and 20th, 3.08. The Vegas Golden Knights are on a heater. They're 7-3 in their last 10 games, although they are 1-2 in their last 3 games. The Canucks are 4-2 in their last 10 games. NHL scores wise, the one goalie here was the Capital Ovechkin, I think his name is. Yeah, he scored a big goal today, but they did end up losing. The Wild did win in overtime against the Stars. Classic. As Midnight Solar mentioned, Blue Jackets lost to the Senators 4-0. And then the Red Wings, so diehard Red Wings fans got to be happy, defeating the Panthers 2-1. Sabres beating up the Bruins 6-3. The Blackhawks beating the Penguins somehow 3-1. And there it is, Universal Habs, the Canadians beating the Predators, meaning that the Vancouver Canucks are sitting a little bit out. But they do have 2 games in hand on Minnesota, so we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. All right, back to the bar. Let's have a look at the starting lineup for the Canucks, because it has changed a little bit with Niels Big Hog Hoglander coming back in the lineup. Here it is. Niels Big Hog Hoglander, Pew Suter, and Brock Besser, your top line for the Canucks. Your second line is Jake DeBrusk, Teddy Bluger, and Connor Garland on your second line. Your third line, Dakota Joshua, Atu Ratu, Kiefer Sherwood, 2 hot hands on this line. And your third line is Drew O'Connor, Max Sasson scoring a goal last game, and Linus Karlsson, who's been looking pretty good on this most recent call-up. Defensively, the lines are the same on the D, but the goaltender has changed, so we'll have a look anyways. Quinn Hughes playing with Vittorio Mancini. You love to see it. Your second D pair is Marcus Pettersson and Phil Hronek, who looked pretty good together yesterday. And then your third pair is Derek Forbort and D. Petey, who scored his first NHL goal yesterday. And starting in net is Kevin Blankinen for your Vancouver Canucks, so we'll love to see that. They're just singing the Canadian national anthem right now. That means we're getting close to puck drop. And then we'll be able to get started here. Still technically a big game, everyone. Still technically a big game, everyone. All right, let's hop back in chat before we get started. Quebec needs NHL teams, says Kempter Canucks. Rick Kane, and also I would like to admit Columbus for Cleveland and Cincinnati. Gary Wiseman in the chat, really think Ohio has enough demand for 2 teams? Kempter Canucks, anyone know what EP40's injury is? No, we haven't heard anything, my dude. Rev Trev, they're keeping their lips tight on that one. Drew Richards in the chat. Canucks go, Canucks go, Canucks go, Canucks go. It ain't over until the Orca sings, friends. You love to see it. And there's Fireborn Knights. Hey, and good luck. Nothing is perfect. Nice to see you, Fireborn. Good luck to you, too. See what you guys can do. I see you're starting Aiden Hill against us tonight. Craziness. Aiden Hill, Stanley Cup winner. Lefty all around. Keep your eye on Karlsson, folks. I have faith in him. He will be everyday player next year for the Canucks. Yeah, he did sign a one-way deal last year, so he has to be up with that. Chico's having a good time staring at Mancini. I'd like to propose a toast to evil. To evil, everyone. Oh, yes. I'll try. I'll do my very best, Emperor King, but I can't make any guarantees. This is a big game. 4-1 loss is Mike Torrance. Puck has been dropped. First period is underway between the Canucks and the Vegas Golden Knights. I'll give you guys a countdown once the scoreboard is done with all the referees and the lineups and all that. Russ says 4-3 overtime win. I say 4-3 win. Fair enough, Calvin. Soup Gang! Gary Wiseman in the chat. Thomas, 4-2 Nucks. Gary Wiseman, I'd put a team in Mississippi and call them MISSSIPPI. MISSSIPPI. Just like that, Gary. Rick Kane, I'd also put a team in Wisconsin. They could be Cheeseheads. Could we just call them the Cheeseheads? Like literally just rip off. Hughes tries to get a pass in. Couldn't get it over the Vegas blue line. Rick Kane and Houston and Quebec as well, by the way. Gary Wiseman, good shout. Kemp, I agree. Possibly even 2. Is it Black's jersey again? Yes, it is. Hronek with a shot. Aiden Hill with a save through the crowd with his glove. Puck comes out front. Deep. Marcus Pettersson steps up to keep the puck in the Vegas zone. Tried to get it behind the net, but it gets intercepted. Vegas can't get it off the half boards, though. And a good shot. Ooh, Besser with a good shot. Gets a rebound, and the rebound goes over the top of the net. Behind the net, nails Big Hog Onlander in front to Besser. Besser couldn't control the pass, though. Ooh, Golden Knights might have gotten a piece of that one. Suter dumps it back in. Swerving Irvin. Russ Russell beat Gretzky's record for Trump love. You heard it here first. What? What do you mean, bro? Yes, Ohio has a big enough population to support 2 teams. Rick Kane pushing for some Ohio love. Rick Kane, yes, I am a Canucks fan, by the way. Well, welcome, Rick Kane. Nice to have you, buddy. I'm glad you found us, even though they are not my #1 favorite. So you got the North Star symbol. Does that mean the Dallas Stars are your #1 team, Rick? W says Big Hog Hockey. Milosh in the chat, go Canucks, go! And then the Bunny fan's like, go Canucks, go! And then the Bunny fan said, I subbed to Big Hog. W, appreciate it if you could check me out. I'm back! The Bunny fan, your newest video also has a lot of views, around 800. Max Sasson getting the puck deep, taking a hit to do it. O'Connor trying to collect the puck, couldn't do it. Vegas rings it out all the way down the ice. This one's probably going to end up being icing. Nope. No icing. No icing for you. Jump. One of my shorts has 10,000 views. Yeah, it's pretty wild. Sup, Drew, says Big Mac. Drew said, and the Bunny fan says, go Canucks, go! And Drew Records says, Big Mac, Big Mac, Big Mac. And the Bunny fan says, dang! And the Bunny fan says, my video have 30. David W, Mike Torrance, and Calvin 99 Charlie. I predict the Canucks will score at least 1 goal in Aiden Hill, but allow at least 3. Oh yeah, how many games are left? Minnesota has 4 games left. The Canucks have 6 games left if you include this game they're playing right now against the Golden Knights. Colasar almost on a breakaway pass, was too far ahead of him though. The Canucks collect it. Big Dog Hockey, use tags or hashtags, they help. Jazz, Hachiko hasn't joined the chat because he's staring into Mancini and Hughes poster. Yeah. Aiden Hill handles that easily. Chance covers it up. The Bunny fan, I haven't done that yet. Hey, nothing. What's up, Dark Fear 91? Nice to see you again, buddy. Welcome back to chat. Besser trying to go down low. And then couldn't. Oh, and then Vegas got some sticks on the second chance, so Besser ended up shooting over the net. Dark Fear, thanks for a fun night last night. It was some chaos, so it was good watching the game together. Welcome back. The Bunny fan, I'm trying that in my next video. Yeah. Hachiko, at Jazz, I'm planning my summer schedule. Gary Wiseman, EP40's injury is probably mental scarring, says Gary Wiseman. Kent McGuire, Nordiques need a comeback for real. Yeah, I agree, Kent. Jazz, oh, okay, you're a good boy at Hachiko. Big Hog Hockey, one of my shorts is 12,000 views, not 10K, my bad. No big G, we got you. Dang, Hachiko, why is my profile picture messed up on the stream? It's Mancini. Oh, Lankinen with a good save. Canucks having a trouble getting it out. Gets it over the half boards. Puck gets batted down at the blue line. Hoglander's happy that Besser follows up. He's got some space. He skates down. He shoots. Puts it just wide of the net. Misses the far side of that post. Hoglander into the middle for Marcus Pettersson. Good shot. Oh, and the puck comes back in front. The Canucks can't get it in. The Canucks keep it in, though. Keep control. Wild action here in the Vegas zone. The Canucks getting all kinds of chances. Suter with a shot. Hoglander scores! In his first game back from injury, Neil's Big Hog. Hoglander cleans up the rebound, jams it past Mr. Aiden Hill. The Vancouver Canucks have taken an early lead with 5 shots on the 6th shot of the game. Neil's Big Hog Hoglanders puts it in the back of the net. Furious action. Suter couldn't finish it there. Marcus Pettersson does well to keep it in. Vasseur does well, puts it down low for, puts it in front. And then Neil's Big Hog on to Hoglander just on the puck. Suter with a shot. Hoglander cleaning up the rebound, just chipping away and chips it past Aiden Hill. The Vancouver Canucks have taken a 1-0 lead in the latest, biggest game of the year. Goal, says the Bunny fan. Nucks and Oilers fan. Sorry, I'm late. Go, 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 go. You showed up at the right time, Nucks and Oilers fan. Let's go, says Emperor King. Pachiko says, go, 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 go. Rome says, hey, hello, everyone. And then the Bunny fan says, go. And then Calvin 99 Charlie says, Trevor Linden, goal, 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 Trevor Linden. And then the Bunny fan says, go. And then Big Mac says, go, 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 go. Boom, go, 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 go. And Mike Torrance says, yay. And then Drew says, go, 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 go. And then Zach says, go, goal. And then Big Hog says, bang. And then Nux and Oilers fan says, go, goal. Canucks, go. Big Mac. Jake says, Huggy, Big Mac. And then Jazz says, go, 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 go. And then Calvin 99 Charlie says, I'm sorry, y'all. I lied. It was 19. Laugh out loud. And Thomas is like, let's go, Big Hog. Go, go, go. And then Big Hog's like, go, 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 go. And then Swerve and Irvin's like, go, 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 go. And then David W's like, and the Canucks are up 1-0. The first goal is huge with the Canucks playoffs hopes hanging with the thread. Take that, Vegas, says the Bunny fan. And then Rome says, gola, gola, gola. And Big Hog's like, go, 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 go. And then Nux and Oilers is like, I'm late, but they gold. Ha ha. And then Zach's like, yay. And then Jazz is like, Hoggy, I love you. And then Calvin 99 Charlie says, if Nuckhead doesn't do a Neil's Big Hog Hoglander scream, I'm riding. And then Nux and Oilers fan is like, Trevor Linden goal, Trevor Linden goal, Trevor Linden goal, Trevor Linden. And then the Bunny fan says, where is Lloyd? And it's like, hey, Lloyd, man, can you do something back there for once in your life? Come on, Lloyd. No, I'm sorry, Lloyd. Go back to your bar. Oh my gosh. What a weirdo. Fatality Fisherman 13. Hey, Russell, hope you're doing well, man. We are doing well. Big win today for you guys. I do want to say, Fatality Fisherman, I'm glad you're here today because I'm happy that when they show the highlight of the goal that breaks the record for most goals of all time, it's no longer going to be the Canucks. Because Wayne Gretzky broke Gordie Howe's record against the Canucks. And so every time we had to watch that highlight, it was always Kirk McLean getting scored on. So now you guys have taken that honor. Ovechkin doing a belly flop on your center ice dot. Ooh, Bluger kicks it to the side. Lanking it with a save. Rebound drops in front of him. He does well to cover it up. Couple good chances for the Vegas Goldenknights. The Bunny fan. Oh, I'm behind by a minute. You heard him. He is effing good. I don't know. No assist, but great job by 25 keeping that puck in for that goal. I think it was Marcus Pettersson. Number 29, not number 25. Mr. Lefty all around. Behind! Yeah! Calvin, you already rubbed it in our faces enough. I don't want to hear it. That's funny. Drew Rogers, did you Hachiko, how dare you? Dobby is our lord. Universal Labs. Have a good night, Russell. Go Canucks. Have a good stream. I got to work tomorrow. See you later, Universal Labs. Thanks for being here, buddy. I like the Canucks black skate jersey, says David W. The Bunny fan. Wait, I think I'm behind like a minute. Please help support Dobby's college fund, says Thomas. Drew Richards, black skate equals my favorite jersey, I think. Forbort collects it in the corner in his own zone, puts it over for Hughes. Hughes back over for Forbort. Forbort puts it out for DeBrus. DeBrus chips it out to center, but Vegas intercepts it there. Michael LeBlanc, we need 2 points. Canucks go, Canucks go. Welcome back, Michael LeBlanc. Nice to have you, buddy. Jazz, same, but I have a normal one. I don't really like the logo, but I love the colors for it, says Calvin 9920. You don't like the plate of spaghetti on their chests? Michael LeBlanc saying 5-3 for the Canucks. Yeah, I like the sounds of that. Thomas says, congratulations on 10K views, Big Hog. And Fatality Fisherman says, yo, yo! And then the Bunny fans, Russell, your most popular video is 16 years old on a mustache. I know, right? It's the world's worst mustache. And it's got more views than any of my other videos because it's got like 4,000 views or something like that. Because years ago, someone who wrote a blog did an article about being fascinated by mustaches being grown. And so he tagged me on his blog, and I guess that blew up my video, which is pretty crazy, right? Hoglander back to prevent a pass from coming in front and gives it over for Victorio Mancini, who puts it over for Suter. Suter stutter steps and puts it back for Marcus Pettersson, who puts it up for Sherwood. Sherwood skates over the center line, dumps it into the zone, and then Dakota Joshua moves in on the forecheck, trying to come up with the puck. Some support from Sherwood. He helps out. He comes up with the puck, puts it in the middle. Ratu with a good shot. I think Aiden Hill might have made a save on that one. Hughes keeps it in, throws it down the boards. Sherwood tries to chip it in front, couldn't get it to go. Puck comes up to the half boards. Ratu chips it back in the back corner. Sherwood chips it down low for Joshua, who kicks it over for Sherwood, but it comes back for Joshua. Joshua skates up the half boards, puts it to the middle. Ratu with a shot. Sherwood trying to get to the front of the net. He gets interfered with by Aiden Hill. The goaltender tripping Sherwood. No call. Should have been a tripping call. And then Barbashev scores. Vegas ties the game. Stone and then Joshua out of gas, and Hronek loses his spot and can't figure out where he is. And classic Hronek. Not gapping enough. Lankinen gets caught out of the net. 1-1 game. Boo! Boo! The bunny fan is laughing and crying. Still laughing and crying. I'll watch it after the stream. Nucks and Oilers fan. Hey, Russ. Is the bar AJ a joke or real? Is my bar a joke or real? What do you think? Do you like my fancy bar? I've got a whale in my bar. Did you know that? There's just a whale hanging out back there. Woo! He's pretty good at making martinis, that whale. Quinn Hughes puts it up the boards. Not a very good pass, though. Doesn't get to O'Connor. Tanner Pearson, also a bad pass. Hilarious. Mancini collects it in the corner. He tries to pass over for Sasson. Sasson gets stripped. Wah puts it down low. Pearson now in the corner. Quinn Hughes collects it, rings it up the boards off the glass. O'Connor can't collect it as it was too high. Wah chips it down low. Mancini picks up the puck. Fatality Fisherman, it's your. I can't believe we are 1 point behind New York now. Nothing is perfect. I know, right? 1 point behind the Rangers. 5 points out of a playoff spot. Just trying to prove my points, says Big Hog. Is it AJ or real? Oh, NWNW. AI. Connor Kale, yep. It's now Ilya Sorokin that bears that honor or dishonor, whichever you prefer, yeah. The referee never wants to have the puck go in off of him. Should have been offside. I think he was touching it, but Marcus Pettersson puts the puck back. Hronek with a pass out to center. Oglander, a good pass over for Suter. Suter with a shot. Aiden Hill with a save. He covers it up for the whistle. The Bunny fan, he's probably coded it when he says every time it's on a green screen, by the way. What do you mean? Rip, I missed a letter. Erase the map message. Laugh out loud, says the Bunny fan. Kent McGuire, the ketchup and mustard flying skate is gorgeous. Yeah, I agree. The Bunny fan. Oh, wait, no, you have a live stream with 13,000. Yes. Yeah, 13,000. I was in the preseason. Gary Wiseman, the condiments colors are homage to the legendary Costco hot dog. Seeing into the future. Calvin 99 Charlie. Anyways, I have a comment that has like 35,000 likes. It was on a cop who fired after acorn fell and hit the roof of a car. Oh, NC. LMAFO. No. Boo. Calvin. Fireborn. Woo. I guess you can be happy. The Bunny fan, 35,000 is nothing to compare to that 17 views. Vegas scores. Come on, says Rome. Calvin 99 Charlie. It wasn't on the video, but was a really good reference. Everyone's laughing out loud. Somebody fan, what video was it on? WTF Canucks, Brian Sinclair. Close to offside. Yeah, it was a bit close offside, but I was more upset with the fact that Kiefer Sherwood got tripped by the goalie. Rome, gotta bury those shots when you got them. I'll see how the Canucks react after getting scored on. Jazz, I was doing shit and I come out to this? Yeah. Yeah, it was super close to offside, but they didn't challenge it. So, be right back, guys. Gary Wiseman, go shit some more. We were doing pretty well. Okay. Barbershop scores tie game. Didn't think the Goldenknights would quit, and oh boy, did they remind the Canucks that this game is far from over. Laugh out loud. Janias McKay, I'm a cheer for Vegas since there is no way Oilers are passing them in points. Haha! My Oilers be out first round. LA Kings and the refs will not let the Oilers get by this time. Way to be a hater, Janias. Calvin and Charlie, there was a TV show called 61st Street, and it was a cop who was trying to arrest a cripple man. Knox, an Oilers fan. Is the bar AI or real? It is not AI. It is definitely not AI. Real, says Big Hog. Dakota Joshua, oh no, it's Atu Ratu battling. Mancini trying to come up with the puck behind his own net. Can't do it. Atu Ratu's there as well. Mancini comes up with it now. Puts it down, puts back, and then back down into the corner, ends up losing it. Vegas comes up, control, puts it back to the point. Shot gets blocked. Mancini can't move the puck. Sherwood tries to get it out. Now, Quinn Hughes will collect it and calm things down. He turns back into his own zone, allowing the Canucks to complete a change. Muhammad. Hello, Russell and everyone. Hope you guys are doing well. Welcome, Muhammad. Nice to see you, buddy. Yo, Mo! Gary's happy to see you. Hello, Muhammad, says Nux fan. Lefty around 9. Number 90, don't look that good. Don't pin your hopes on him being anything but a 6th or 7th D-man next year. Lefty around, not liking what he's seeing from Mancini. Muhammad, go Canucks, go. Go Canucks, go. Go Canucks, go! Hajigo says, Mancini scores next. Janice, well, I got some decent work and went off and bought me and my dad tickets to the San Jose game on Friday. $295 to sit in the bleachers for a San Jose game. Ha ha! Ridiculous, but it's my father's first time in the barn. Oh, taking your dad to his first game, eh, Janice? Not bad, not bad. Number 18 has one of the lowest hockey IQs in the game, in my opinion, says Lefty all around. You bet, Hachiko, says Jazz. Muhammad says, hello, Nux and Oilers fan. The Bunny fan for a San Jose game is crazy. Gary Wiseman, Lefty, picking up where the last 18 left off. Could be true. Rod, go Canucks, go! Dark Charge 87. Well, we couldn't beat the Hawks. Sorry, Crosby. I know. What's up with that, Dark Charge? Welcome back. You guys win yesterday when you shouldn't have, and then you lose today when you should have won. Calvin 99 Charlie using his membership message, showing us that he's been here for 4 months. W. Russ for covering that ugly pop in the background. Hashtag, you love to see it. Thank you very much, Calvin 99 Charlie, for being here for 4 months. And yes, there's a beaver behind me now, hanging out. There's also a Trevor Linden hanging out behind me, eh? Hey, Trevor? Yeah? What's up, my dude? Yeah, look at that beautiful smile on that Trevor Linden. You love to see it. Mohammed, hello, Gary. Hope you're doing well. Oh, Rod, my perks ran out. Oh, dear. Oh, no, Rod. Hopefully, you know, maybe the Canucks can score and you can get a free gift of membership. Anything's possible. Lefty all around, exactly. This version of number 18 has slightly higher hockey IQ than the last, but not by much. Hee hee. The Bunny fan, Nux and Oilers fan, I already explained that it's a green screen. Caps lock! Looks AJ to me, says Nux and Oilers fan. Janice, I'll be happy to enjoy some time spent with Dad. I got to see 2 home games last season, one prior to that when McDavid scored his 59th and 60th. What? McDavid scoring wild versus the Coyotes. Who are the Coyotes? Does that team exist anymore? No, they don't. The Bunny Van. That's because green screens are really good. Is my green screen really good? I mean, Kent McGuire, AI bar is crazy. Laugh my ass off. Why does autocorrect keep saying AJ? I don't know, bro. Do you have a friend named AJ? Maybe it's the AI. The AI doesn't want you to type AI. Fun fact, Cavendish fries is from PEI. Because they grow lots of potatoes in PEI. Is that what happens? Lefty all around. Tell that number 90 where to go, Quinn. He looks memorized and confused by your skating. Elias Pettersson hits his man. Gets the puck out of the zone. 7:21 left to go in the first period. I never did give you guys a countdown, did I? 7:15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Let's go Canucks, it's Muhammad! Jazz, no one cares about PEI. Rome, is Cavendish fries the one that comes in the green bag? Oh, puck dribbling towards Aiden Hill. He couldn't cover it. The Canucks couldn't take advantage. Man. Shot to the front. Langton with a save. Rebound comes off a skate and back into the net. The Vegas Goldenknights have taken a 2-1 lead over the Vancouver Canucks with 6:45 left to go in the first period. Pearson puts it back. Oh, yeah, off the back of Mancini's skate. Brutal. Good indirect pass from Pearson. Very bad luck for Mancini. Yeah, Lankinen with the kick save. He kicks it right off Mancini and it dribbles back into the net. Brutal. Mancini can't like that one. Hello, back to Muhammad. Member. Party. Selfish Santa. Can't snort Pepsi, though. Big L. Nux and Oilers fan. Trevor Linden. Goal. Trevor Linden. Lefty all around, but O'Connor can turn it around. He just needs someone. One-on-one coaching and more confidence, but I wouldn't bet on it. I don't know. There's sometimes we want to win or don't want to win. Sherwood throws a hit. Marcus Pettersson moving up, trying to pinch in. Couldn't get the puck, though. Joshua collects it and then stumbles in the corner. Canucks can't. Oh, the Canucks do manage to get it out. Sherwood skates over the Vegas blue line. Cuts to the middle. Shot, blocked, goes off a skate and out of play. Yeah, we get that feeling, Dark Charge. The Canucks tend to do the same. The Bunny fan, Gary Wiseman, if you put your mind to it, you can do it. Rome, snorting Pepsi really burns the nostrils. I bet you it would. Bubbles. Janias, the Bunny fan, did I see you chatting with me on the Oilers fan reaction stream the other night? Yes. I remember you. You're the one who gave me Matt's gift. Haha, I knew it. Laugh out loud, Janias. Friday be the first time I give Matt a gift. Oh, nice. Hachiko, Russ is AI. Why are you giving me my secret, Big Hog? I am not an AI. I am a real person. I was a real boy. I have a birth date. I have a mother and a father, just like you, Big Hog. I'm asking the same question to Chico. Hachiko! Rod, Cavendish is a town in PI. So yeah. Makes sense, eh, Rod? No. Screw Vegas. Yes! Is Fireborn. Lefty all around. What did I just tell you about Mancini? Get him off the pairing with Quinn. Talk it. What is the matter with you, man? Put Demko in, says Jazz. Hachiko. Here before. Ugly goal. 2-1. Pinball machine is a little off. Yeah, Mike Torrance. I agree on that one. Janice. Oilers Hawaiian short sleeve shirt at the 2 game I went to last season. I got tons of, whoa, that's a cool shirt. Oilers won both times I wore it. Laugh out loud. Bunny, don't tell Matt what it is. Dang it. Freaking a BS lucky goal. Oh, that sounds cool. DW, I'll keep it a secret. Brutal. Jazz, you said he would score a goal, but guess what? He didn't. Did Hachiko? A goal, an own goal though, says Jazz. Janice McKay, shirt not short. Laugh out loud. Thomas, no, I walked the dog. WTF? Laugh out loud. Rod, why they signed Lankinen to such a big contract? Deadly Flames. Hey, Russell, what's up, Deadly Flames? Welcome back to the chat. Nice to see you, Deadly Flames. Ducks and Oilers fan, I have a few new profile pictures. A new profile picture. It's me, Sherry G, a Nux hat. It's me, Sherry G, a Nux hat. Oh, it's you wearing a Nux hat. There you go. Look at that. Little Nux toque on your head, bro. Calvin 99 Charlie C. Hockey is a game of lucky bounces and unlucky bounces due to the rubber puck being frozen and coming unfrozen, says Calvin 99 Charlie. Joshua gets pinned to the board and loses the puck. Sherwood tries to help. No help there. Hannafin shoots it into the Canucks zone. Mancini puts it back for Quinn Hughes. Puts it up to Sherwood, who misses the puck. Oglander comes up with it, though. Good work. Keeps it, trying to keep it down low, waiting for his teammates to change. Line changes complete. Hronek collects it at center. Puts it back for Marcus Pettersson. Puts it over for Hronek. Pairing Mancini with Quinn is one of the stupidest coaching decisions I've seen Tocchet do all year. David W. Rod rewound the broadcast to replay the second Knights goal. And usually I am behind Tocchet. Janice, like I said, McLeod's father wore the same one on broadcast the next game to the one I went to. Laugh out loud. So you had the same shirt as one of the players' dads, eh? For the Bunny fan. Big Hog, you ruined it for KE. Me. My bad. Laugh out loud, says the Bunny fan. Janice, thanks, Bunny, for keeping it a secret. The Bunny fan, laugh out loud. Thanks for telling me. Laughing and crying. Deadly fans, I just feel sorry for Wolf. He's the only we have good games sometimes. Yeah. O'Connor with a shot. Saved by Eden Hill. Luger coming in to help out. O'Connor can't come up with the puck, though. Oh, now he steals it back, and then he loses it again. 3-on-2 coming back. Connor Garland does well to get back. Puck comes right through the slot, misses everyone. O'Connor skates over, and then puts himself offside. That was weird. Who? Wolf? What? Wolf is the goaltender for the Calgary Flames. Mohammed, Vegas playing against an AHL team. Nothing exciting about that, says Mohammed. Canucks and Oilers fan. New PFP. It's me wearing a Canucks hat. Woo! Calvin 99 Charlie. Thomas needs to stop walking his dog during Canucks games. The Bunny fan. Nice PvP. Canucks and Oilers fan. PFP. Left y'all around. I see Hoglander ate his Wheaties this morning. He sure did. Thanks, Bunny, says next fan. Thomas, Trevor Linden. Gary Wiseman, his dog walks him. We need to lock on, says Derek. 3:31 left to go in the first period. William Karlsson with a weak backhander on Lankinen. Lankinen makes the easy save. Covers it for a whistle. Max Sasson playing hard yesterday. Dark Charge, how Penguins aren't limited yet. I am still surprised. Because it's ridiculous how close everyone is in that conference. You guys could still technically catch the Montreal Canadiens, but you would need the Buffalo Sabres, the Columbus Blue Jackets, the New York Rangers, the New York Islanders, the Detroit Red Wings, and the Montreal Canadiens to lose all of their games. And then you could catch them. That's all it would take. That's not too much to ask, is it? The Buddy Fan, have y'all seen Canucks Nate anywhere recently? Did his channel get deleted? I want to troll him. I don't know who this Canucks Nate is. Vassar had a pass coming to him, but didn't realize it. Hoglander yelled at him, but it was too late. Who's that? Plus, is this in Nevada or Vancouver? This is in Vancouver. Ah, Jack Eichel high-sticking Marcus Pettersson. Jack Eichel taking only his 4th minor penalty of the year. Trying to get the stick. But I guess he lifted the stick so well that he lifted both of their sticks right into Marcus Pettersson's face. So the Canucks will go to the power play with 2:51 left to go in the first period. Lefty around. O'Connor just put himself offside. Laugh out loud. A troll. Gary Wiseman, it's in Vancouver. There's a big Canucks logo on the ice. Did you see that? Laugh out loud. I wonder what happened to him. I don't have Sportsnet. I can't see the game. And I was just about to praise him for his skating and his shot on goal, number 18. Oh, Deadly Flames, all better now. Cheering for the Avs now, eh? Vegas wins the faceoff and chips it out to center ice. Canucks will have to start from their own end. Quinn Hughes being pressured in his own zone. Skating out to center, drops the puck. Garland skates in. Little pick there from Hughes. Suter puts it down the boards for Garland. Garland puts it back up for Hughes. Hughes puts it down low onto the half boards. Close side for Garland. Garland looks to the front. Shot. Stopped. DeBrusque collects it. Back up the boards to Quinn Hughes on the point. Back down low. Suter across right through the crease. Comes off the boards. Back to the blue line. Quinn Hughes is there to collect it. Back to Quinn Hughes. High slot. Shot. Tipped. Kick save by Aiden Hill. Another tip from Besser. Aiden Hill does a good reaction save and kicks it out. What do you think? I'm made of money? No. Lava people fell for the rage bait so bad. Ah, no, says Thomas. Matt, Canucks go, Canucks go. Still lots of games left. Lots of game left. Puck comes off the boards. Connor Garland collects it on the half boards. Puts it down low for DeBrusque. Puts it back up for Garland. Garland goes back to the blue line for Hughes. Hughes puts it down low for Garland. Garland skating down. Getting pinned in the corner. Far pass for Hughes. High slot. Connor Garland in the faceoff dot. Shot gets blocked. And Vegas is going to skate out shorthanded. They're going to have a 2-on-1 now. The Vegas Goldenknights just put it off the crossbar shorthanded. You look like a baller. Canucks need to play physical if they want to win against Vegas, says Mohammed. Janai, so as an Oilers fan, I cheer on for Calgary only because of Wolf. Why cheer for Calgary at all? Simply because I love Wolves and Dustin shares the Wolf name. Fair enough, Janias. Cheering for your favorite animal rather than your favorite team. That's fair enough, man. Wolves are pretty cool. I've allowed bad PP, says Big Hog. Left ear on. Good PP tonight. Besser has a hot stick. Bad PP. Canucks PP. Aronic gets hit with the puck, and Vegas collects it, and it goes all the way out. Marcus Pettersson drops the puck. Aronic in his own zone, just under a minute left to go. Canucks coming offside with 52.1 seconds left to go in the period. Shit, PP. Gavin, rereading the sound. That sounded so cringe. I should reread it before posting it. Atu Ratu taking a penalty. What did he do? Slashing? Whoops. It's going to be 4-on-4 for 1 second. Then Vegas goes to the power play for the last 53 seconds of the period. Oh, Atu Ratu. Interference. He looks lazy now. I reckon I saw the song. Don't worry. BRB, says the Bunny fan. Calvin 99 Charlie. Yes, Gary. W. Gary for getting it. Laugh out loud. Deadly Flames. Yeah, it's not like the Flames will catch Wilder Blues anyways. Russell. Fair enough, Deadly Flames. Yeah. The Minnesota Wild need a couple more wins to not eliminate you guys. You could still theoretically catch them, though. The number one power play unit goes to work here, the Vegas Goldenknights. Blue gets loose puck. Can't clear it out, though. Lankinen comes across and makes a save and covers it up. Woo! Lankinen keeping the Canuck a 1-goal game. And Lankinen with a shoulder arm save there. Gary Wiseman, think people need to be 30 plus to get it. Laugh out loud. 90s rap music may as well be classical music to the kids these days. Fair enough. David W. Big Hog Hockey, so much passing, so little shooting. Oh, it's another Fox. Let me show the stream. My wife's latest art, everyone. Pretty good, eh? My wife's latest art project. Now, will I be able to defeat her in Mortal Kombat? Calvin and Charlie, legit, bro. SHM at kids these days. Yeah. And the Golden Knights almost scored shorthanded. Gary Wiseman, David W. I approve of the length of your most recent messages. Much more readable. Calvin and Charlie, wonder if Russ will get it. I did not get it. Oh, yeah, I erased it. Laugh out loud. All right, period is over. First intermission. I'm sure Brutality would approve of this. Yep. Brutality Blood would be stoked to see you supporting his team. All right, let's get Dustin on the line. Shall we? Shall we? All right, guys. Without further ado, after a weird first period, here's Dustin Boydell to help us out. What are we watching right now?
Yeah.
It seems like a pretty weird one today. That first period.
Yeah, it's just an odd one. Both teams on back-to-backs. Good work by Höglander driving to the net there, getting that rebound, clean it up. Berrien won his first game back. That's good to see. Hronek panicking with throwing the puck down into Joshua's feet there instead of just, setting it down to himself like most people do. I don't know what he was trying to do there because that would be a glove pass, but for whatever reason, he just kind of seems to have no poise whatsoever at the opponent's blue line when the puck comes to him, and then gets walked by Barbashev. Maybe at this stage of the season, you challenge that one. Especially when you have the third best PK in the league, you might as well give it a try.
Mm-hmm.
Because that was darn close to offside, man.
But Rick Tocchet's precious timeouts. What would he do without his timeouts?
I know. And then, just Mancini playing great positional hockey, and Lankinen kicks a puck right into the back of his foot and goes in the net. Yeah. That's just a bad break there.
Hachiko predicted that he would score the next goal.
There you go. Way to go, Hachiko.
But good to see Höglander. I mean, he came out in that period firing all cylinders, working hard. You maybe saw a little bit later in the game. He made a pass to Besser, but Besser was not expecting it at all. And it was not a great pass either. So despite the fact that he does have the goal, maybe still a bit of rust that he might have to shake off as the game goes on after missing a few.
Yep, for sure. That's always the first period back is probably always a little rusty. The power play looked okay. They were snapping the puck around, got a couple looks. Besser with another tip in the slot there, just like last night or yesterday afternoon. But Aiden Hill with the quick legs there, keeping it out and keeping his team ahead. Hopefully we can finish killing off this minute and 7 seconds of power play time in the second and get back on even terms early.
Nice to see the Canucks go 50-50 against the Vegas Golden Knights in the face-off dot too, because Vegas is a very good face-off team a lot of the time. So the fact that Canucks were able to keep that number even is good to see, because obviously some of the games lately, there have been some rough ones, especially from guys like Teddy Bluger.
Yes, there have been some lopsided percentages for sure in the
Yeah.
last couple of weeks.
And the 13 hits, it's one of those ones where the Canucks absolutely out hit Vegas. And a lot of the time when we see the 13 hits, like, oh, well, it's because the Canucks didn't have a lot of possession time. But I feel like this might be the one of the outliers where it just seemed like they were just hitting everything that moved.
Yep. Yeah, Vegas got the puck. Someone was hitting them, and they're not giving Vegas much time and space. Really, only the one big mistake there was the Barbashev goal. Waz goal there, or Roy. I don't know. Does he go by Nicholas Roy?
Shorthouse keeps on calling him Waz, so.
Yeah. Anyways, he just gets lucky, right? Like that's just a lucky bounce. Mancini was in position, boxing the two Vegas players out from that position, and it's just a bad bounce. So that seems to be Vegas, though. They get those good bounces. You don't like to bet against Vegas, right? They seem to always win.
And the Canucks select moment is the fact that Tanner Pearson actually made a really nice pass, an indirect pass to set that one up. So classic former Vancouver Canuck getting assist against his former team.
Yeah, definitely. Yep. Canucks hockey, baby.
Well, on to more good news. It sounds like Elias Pettersson may be done for the year. Report coming out from our favorite hockey insider, Elliot Friedman, saying that he has heard that there's a very real chance that he will not be returning for the season. Do you think that's the right call, or how do you feel about it? Because there was some rumor out there that maybe it was more PD not wanting to come back.
This is a tough one. It didn't look like it was a very comfortable thing, like with his wrist or whatever happened. But then on the other hand, you have that press conference Tocchet gave that we talked about, and he kind of just said he's not working very hard to come back. Is in a nutshell basically the gist of what Tocchet said. And this is kind of why we've talked about that they need to sit down and figure out if Pettersson and Tocchet can work together, because if that relationship is broken, then you need to fire Tocchet, because you have invested $11.6 million in one guy. And if he can't get along with your head coach, you either need to find a way for them to do that, like find a person, a go-between, like an assistant that is like the guy who talks to PD or whatever. Like, you got to figure out a way to make it work, like Tortorella and LeCavalier did way back when, or you need to move on from either one of them. But I hope that's not the case. Like, I know he's a super competitive guy and he wants to be out there helping the team. So given his history with injuries, and he has kind of rushed back in the past, maybe he's taking a moment to be like, okay, I'm hurt. I need to just take the time off and get better. And if that is, the last 6 games, so be it, right? Like, Minnesota won again today. It's just getting further and further out of reach. So, if he doesn't come back, is it really that big a deal if we get to see a young guy play the next few games? Not really.
No. And I mean, it's funny because we are playing against Tanner Pearson tonight, who is famous for having been rushed back with a bunch of botched wrist surgeries that pretty much made him take a substantial amount of time off before being able to play again with the Vegas Golden Knights. So, Suitor.
I mean, yeah, you got to hope that it's not anything sinister.
Yeah. No, I don't know.
We've had enough of that. We've had enough drama.
Well, I was saying Pius Suter might be the guy who is currently replacing Pettersson. But the report comes out today. Apparently he wants to say, and we do hear that pretty much from any player who's still under contract with their team. But I think Suter has really enjoyed his time in Vancouver. I think he likes being coached by Rick Tocchet. I think he likes the systems. And obviously he's been having his best season ever. But at the end of the day, what's the dollar amount and what kind of line would he be playing on? Is he the perfect third line center for the Canucks?
That's the hard part, right? Like it's the money figure. You look at the centers that we have in Abbotsford that are ready to make the jump to be a third or a fourth line guy. Keetl's health comes into question as well. Can Suter be a 2C? He's proven that he can play top minutes, especially with Pettersson out. He's helped shoulder the offensive load. Could he sustain that for an entire season is the question. Elevated ice time over an extended period of time is a lot harder for some guys to transition to. Suter's had a great year and he is a very versatile guy, but given what his market value will likely dictate, are the Canucks ready to invest that when they really need an explosive offensive guy? Like, do you keep going to, I mean, you can have a whole team of Rick Tocchet players, but who's going to score? Like, that at the end of the day, Rick Tocchet wants everyone to choke it off, and we talked about how boring they were last night and how their offense is terrible. I mean, he did it to Clayton Keller, he did it to Lawson Krause. Like, he just has a way of stifling young offensive players' creativity and taking away their confidence. We're I told you I was worried about Demko's post-game comments and Lecker-Mackey, and of course now Lecker-Mackey is a healthy scratch tonight.
Mm-hmm.
There's been talk about how ever since the stick twirl, his confidence has seemed different. He seems like a different player.
Mm-hmm.
He does not seem comfortable out there, and I feel like that is coming from the snobby culture from Tocchet and the arrogant, like, no, we're all business here. We don't do anything fun. We don't score. We just defend. And when we don't defend, we lose. Like, it's just they have literally sucked all the fun out of this organization. And I think that's what has been the hardest struggle about this year is we went from Bruce Boudreau totally reigniting the fun and fan passion in this fan base. And yes, we struggled a bit defensively, but you could have brought in assistant coaches to help Bruce in that, right? Like, this regime that came in didn't have to treat Boudreau the way they did when they fired him, and then they brought in Tocchet, and it just became like this drill sergeant Marine Corps like place. They said the country club vibe is over. Well, I mean, you need a little country club. It's freaking hockey. It's a game.
Mm-hmm.
You're supposed to be having fun. And you look at the top teams in the league, and when you watch them play, a lot of them are smiling. A lot of them are having fun. They have energy and they're out there. Yeah, they'll make a mistake here or there, but they're top line guys. That's what they're supposed to do. And it's just hard to watch other teams around the league, especially the top ones with high offensive numbers, and then compare it to, we got Pius Suter and we're talking about, oh, we need to re-sign him because he's got a couple goals. And it's like, we should be aiming higher as an organization than Pius Suter.
Wow.
Sorry.
I guess the perfect example is earlier today when this guy, I think he's a rookie, Alexander Ovechkin or something. He scored a goal and he dove and he like slid on his chest. Like, what kind of a celebration is that? You shouldn't be having fun in hockey.
Right? Exactly. Like, who scores 895 goals with the same organization and gets 41 goals at the age of 39 after taking 4 weeks off, and it was questionable if he might even come back after that injury.
Crazy.
The Russian machine does. Like, unreal. Absolutely unreal. Like, I never thought in a million years I would see that record be broken. Maybe someone would get close, but to see it happen this morning live, like I had the game on, I had to have the game on. It just, as a hockey fan, it literally gave me goosebumps. It was one of the coolest things I've ever seen. It was a classic Ovechkin goal on the power play. I literally texted a buddy and said, "Oh, Caps power play, this could be it." It's like 30 seconds later, sure enough, Ovi's sliding on his belly at center ice, big smile on his face. Probably felt like a kid again. Probably felt like his rookie year. And it's just a really incredible thing to see. And yeah, just very happy for him, very happy for the game. Really cool stuff. And honestly, I don't know that gets broken. The way the game keeps changing, it's going to be real tough.
I mean, if there's a player in the NHL right now, who's the guy who catches him? Is it Matthews?
Matthews, but I mean, he would have to go on absolute heater for a few seasons. I mean, you just, if you take a moment, like chat, take a moment and just on your own go and look at Ovechkin's career stats and just look at them year by year and the goal production. It's absolutely insane, and no one will ever touch it.
Just pulled up the list here. The only player who is in the top 20 for most goals that is currently still playing is Sidney Crosby, and he sits at 622 goals scored. Steven Stamkos 579. He's at 22nd, right? So Evgeny Malkin, 42nd all time, and he's 513. Like, these are all numbers that are not going to come close. Because even if you look at the top three guys, Ovechkin, Gretzky, and Gordie Howe, all at over 800, the next guys down are all in their 700s, right? So it's crazy.
Yeah, it is just, he is a once in a lifetime type of thing. And I'm just very happy that he was able to do it this season, that he didn't have to like get to 893 and then take the whole summer off or play the playoffs and then come back all beat up next year and try to just get 2 goals. I hope now he can focus on their playoff run. That record is now behind him. And maybe if they go all the way, then he calls it a career, right? Like, what else is there to accomplish? But yeah, I all politics aside, great for hockey, and really happy for Ovi.
Lucky number 13, Dustin. Lucky number 13.
Look out, baby.
Abby Canucks playing against the Laval Rockets today in Abbotsford. Early game. Can you tell us what happened?
Yeah. Well, we can talk about yesterday if you want to.
Did we already talk about yesterday?
No, because it was a 7:00 game. We had 1:00 afternoon.
Oh my God.
Game there, big guy.
Oh my God. You're right. Okay. Yeah, let's talk about the one from yesterday first.
They're both exciting.
Yes.
The first place Laval Rocket, so first place in the AHL, coming into town to face the Abbotsford Canucks. And this one, honestly, the first game wasn't looking good for the Abbotsford Canucks. It was 2-0 Laval with about 13 minutes left in this game. And then suddenly Danila Klimovich found the back of the net and gave the Abbey Canucks a little bit of life. And then again, Sammy Blais, who has been so important to this win streak. And I think a lot of that comes from his experience with the 2018 Blues when they went on that run from January to basically winning the Stanley Cup. He had an interview today where he was talking about how, everyone buys in and it's just like next man up and everyone's having so much fun. He was able to tie it up at 11:13 of the third period. And then this one went into overtime. Overtime would solve nothing. And then they went into the shootout. And Artur Shilov stopping all Laval shooters in the shootout. And it came down to one Jet Wu for the Abbotsford Canucks. Their fourth shooter seems to have something on the shootout. He's now 2 for 2 on the shootouts being utilized. And he was able to beat the Laval goalie to give the Canucks their 12th straight victory in a row.
Getting the first start in the game.
first star, he actually played quite a good game, and then Shilov's 36 of 34 or 34 of 36 stopped, and also the Laval Rocket Caden Primo had a really good game as well, stopping 38 of 40 shots against. So two very good performances by both goalies yesterday. But Abbotsford coming out on top of that one. And then today,
Well, we
had
don't have time for that though,
Oh,
Dustin.
you know what? Today we'll talk about post game. I see that we're back to the game.
Awesome, Dustin. Thank you very much. We'll see you in the post game show, and enjoy the second and third period, buddy.
Sounds good. Let's get a quick one here.
Dustin Boydell, everyone. We're into the second period here. Canucks on the penalty kill. We'll get to the second game, which you've already seen on screen, but we're going to talk about it in the next in the post game show with Dustin. So last night, like we said, Laval being defeated in the shootout by the Abbey Canucks. So yeah, big win for them in the shootout. And then we'll talk about the other game that happened today at 4:00. But right now, Vegas is on the power play. Canucks will want to try and kill this off to keep things close. We'll see what happens here. Back into action. 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. 19:06 left to go. 14 seconds left to go on the power play. Vegas with a good chance there, but Lankinen up to the task. Making a save. Wait, is there a Petey Talkett beef? Ah, that's the rumor. Lefty all around. I love Tyler Myers. You can sure tell we are missing him tonight, possibly even more than number 40. Hachiko, maybe Petey is the problem. He's been beefing with everyone. Thomas, nice fox looking foxy. Bacon for the win. Very wise at Gary Wiseman. Or at Calvin99 Charlie. Hachiko, hashtag bring back Miller. Calvin99 Charlie, I mean, like, that's how top pairing defense. We can have a rookie on there no matter how good he is. Vets would figure him out fast. Marcus Pettersson rips it around the boards and down the ice. Should kill off the last little bit of this power play for the Vegas Golden Knights. Lefty all around. If anyone didn't notice, Tyler Myers isn't in the lineup tonight. Has their eyes closed. Quinn Hughes spins in his own zone. Pass up the boards. Sherwood gets checked. Vegas carries it back in. Shot. Blocker save. Quinn Hughes clears the rebound out. Sherwood in behind the net. Forbort puts it up the boards. Joshua skates out to center. Tries a pass across for Hughes. That one gets intercepted. Vegas comes in offside. Quinn Hughes collects it. Does a spin. Skates out. Puts it into the zone. Skates to the front of the net. Shot to the net. Quinn Hughes in the corner. Puts it back for Joshua. Joshua can't come out with it, but Sherwood does. But then Sherwood loses it on the half boards, and Vegas will take control in their own zone. Or they are not a real Canucks fan. I am very busy in chat, not watching the game. Laugh out loud. Happens all the time. Exactly. You are insulting Quinn by pairing him with a D-man who isn't even ready for the NHL. Yeet. I don't think he meant to say yeet, but I said it yeet because yeet is an awesome word. Yeet. O'Connor trying to pressure, but can't keep the Vegas Golden Knights deep. He gives the puck over for Sasson or Sasson. I regionally blocked, so I can't watch the games. What? I live in America and I'm too poor for ESPN, so I can't watch. Nucks and Oilers fans, since there is EP40, should there be a Quinn Hughes 43? QH 43? We need more Hughes. We need more Hughes first. You don't have Sportsnet that's lefty all around? Mike Torrance, we have good third and fourth line centers. We need top line centers. Correct. Mike Torrance, I agree. Oh, man. A man got lost in coverage, but the puck went right past him, so he couldn't get a good chance. Then Besser checks him. Marcus Pettersson pass across the zone over for Mancini. Mancini off the boards, down the ice over for Suter. Suter tips it in. Besser in on the forecheck. Vegas clears it up to their own blue line and out to center. Hronek collects it there. Pass. Besser tips it into the corner and goes off on a change. Calvin 99 Charlie, did you not read my comment? I said I'm regionally blocked. Nope, I don't have Sportsnet, says Next Fan. They regionally block the games on Sportsnet in Vancouver. In BC. Damn it, Thatcher! I am on the island watching the game just fine. The twirl was nothing. Yeah, agreed. Vegas has iced the puck. Have they forgotten how the game of hockey works? These fools, they don't know the rules. Learn the rules. Learn the rules. You're on Vancouver Island? It was his routine. Yeah, I know. I'm really not happy that they got mad at him for his stick twirl. Lefty all around, yeah, but I pay for Sportsnet every month, of course. It's like a basketball player rolling the ball before a free throw. Free throw? Yeah, absolutely. Garland intercepts it behind the net, puts it in front, shot off the side of the net by Bluger. Bluger and DeBrusque battling. Garland comes up with the puck, spins, stops on the half boards, loses the puck though, and Vegas skates it out of their zone. Michael Chow, yeah, must be. Mike Torrance, next year should be better for less blackout games. Yeah, that's what we keep on hearing. Because they have more rights than they did before, I guess. Lefty around, it's only about $7 a month or so. $7 a month just to watch a black screen. And no, I'm not racist either. Michael Chow, Rick Tocchet would be like, who is Ovechkin to say he's anybody? Vegas comes in offside with 15:25 left to go in the second period. Getting blacked out while in BC is total BS. Maybe their geolocation has issues. Ovechkin needs to score another 51 to actually beat Gretzky. He's got to score some more goals to beat his overall, yeah, because Gretzky's got a bunch of playoff goals that Ovechkin doesn't have. Gary Wiseman, are you near the Alberta border maybe? Lefty around. Don't forget Gretzky's first year professional. He played in the WHA. Correct. It's a fake record for hype. That Matt from the past saying it's a fake record. Calvin 99 Charlie, yeah, quite BS is why I'm watching Russ. The only way I can listen to the game, that or the radio. That's so weird that they black you out, Calvin. Vegas with a shot. Lankinen with a glove save. He covered up for a whistle. 15:05 left to go in the second period. Lefty around, if he had played in the NHL that first year, he would have scored 40 or 50 goals minimum. I will break the record one in one game. Wow, that'll be a lot of goals. Swerve and Irvin, lefty all around. Those goals don't count, do they? Calvin and Charlie, yar, says Michael Chow. What do you mean, Michael Chow? Why are you sounding like a pirate right now? Gary Wiseman, Calvin, are you paying for Sportsnet online or on TV? Ducks Oilers fan, it's $24.99 a month for me. Rod, if Burry had the longevity of Ovechkin, he would have passed Gretzky. Correct. We looked it up, and Pavel Burry has more goals per game than Gretzky, but he didn't play as long. Lefty all around, no, they don't count, but I'm just saying they should be counted for Sportsnet. On the TV and on my phone, TV is set to Prince George. Phone is set to Burns Lake. Mancini driving to the net, getting a good chance. Passes back for Besser. Besser waits, puts it over for Hughes. Hughes puts it down the boards behind the net. O'Connor misses it, comes up for Besser. Besser puts it in the middle for Suter. Suter with a shot. Blocker saved by Hill. And then the Vegas Golden Knights carry it out to center ice and flip it into the Canucks zone. Lankinen out of the net to stop it. He'll put it back up the boards, and that is intercepted by Vegas. One of the Vegas Golden Knights has gotten lost in coverage. He's on the other side of the net. And he gets robbed by Lankinen, despite the fact that he got lost in coverage. Good job, Lankinen. If Derek Forbort could live forever, he could beat Gretzky. Yeah, correct. Like 1 or 2 goals a season for like 800 seasons. Or I guess 400 seasons. Hoglander tries to get a shot off. That one gets blocked. 13:30 left to go in the second period. Vegas skates it. Dumps it into the Canucks zone. Hronek with a long pass up. Tipped in. And then it hits the linesman, and the Vegas Golden Knights flip it all the way down the ice. Hronek back to collect it. Marcus Pettersson collects it in the corner. He puts it up the boards. Pass Besser. Goes off of a Vegas player and into their zone. Lefty all around, but he would have scored like a minimum of 40 to 50 years he was professional. Yeah. Lankinen comes across and makes an amazing save off of a rebound, kicks it out. Vegas Golden Knight comes in and takes a shot, and Lankinen goes across from post to post and makes a save with his leg. 2-1, the score remains. Rod laughing and crying. Kevin and Charlie, I could watch it on the actual TV channel. Imagine Ovechkin's total with lockouts and COVID. Without, yeah. Calvin and Charlie, do they not count them in the stats, Irvin? No, they don't count Gretzky's WHA goals. Ovechkin knows that too. If Ovechkin scores another 40 or 50 goals, to me, he will be the all-time goal scorer in professional hockey. So not just NHL, but professional hockey, because there has been other leagues. Mike Torrance might have helped him if he kept him healthy. Yeah, those goals count for Irvin. I don't remember how to say this last name. Jazz has a brother or something. Yeah. Florian. DeLorean. Lauren. Second P about to start. Yep. What can't Jet Woo do despite make the big team? Jet who? Jet Woo, says Jazz. Michael Chow. If Jet Woo and Atu Ratu got married, he'd be Jet Woo Ratty. Go Canucks and go Jets, go! Deadly Flames. I'm chilling, Russell. Good to hear you chilling, Deadly Flames. Same, says Emperor King. Coach Rob Willie in the house. Hi, Coach Rob Willie. He says, hi, everyone. Calvin and Charlie. I'd say Ratty Woo has a better ring to it. Flames username, Avs pick? Question mark? No Jets. Thumbs down. Deadly Flames. Told you Avalanche is my playoff team. I am cheering for once the Flames is done, Gary Wiseman. Jazz, I can't watch because my brothers is watching the TV. This shit unfair. Swear jar? Oh, what a save by Lankinen. Rod, first round exit for the Jets. Prayer, thumbs up. Buy another TV, laugh out loud. Lefty all around, talk it must have heard me. Quinn now playing with Forbort. Gary Wiseman, be a good brother and just watch what he's watching. Laugh out loud. Big Dog Hockey. Hashtag Miller is better than Horvat. Don't tell Crystal. She might have heard that. He is. Lefty all around. Totally agree. 100% Horvat is a floater 60% of the time. I watched him for 8 years. Canucks tip it down. Connor Garland moves in on the forecheck, but can't come up with the puck. Canucks pressing, but almost come up with the puck, but can't quite get it. Now Vegas comes back 2-on-2. Forbort does well to keep that front of the net clear. Shot to the front. Puck deflects off someone and goes behind the net. DeBrusque rings it around the boards for Bluger. Bluger chops it out to center. Sherwood's there. He gets it deep into the Vegas zone. Good move by the Vegas defenseman to turn and get the puck up the boards. And they'll skate it out to center ice. Muhammad with a $5 dono coming in. He's laughing. Canucks score! Canucks score! $5 dono! Ratu in front of the net. Muhammad, that was all you, buddy. Ratu in front of the net. Scoops in the rebound and scores to tie the game against the Vegas Golden Knights. You love to see it. Muhammad did it. Ratu in front of the net. Puck goes off Dakota Joshua, and then Ratu chips it past Hill. Good work by Ratu. Sherwood gets the shot on net, passes across, shot comes to the front, and then Ratu chips it in. Dono hype. Best hype. Let's go Canucks is Muhammad. Now that's Dono hype. Sorry, Nervin, go. Hachiko, go. Sorry, Nervin's like Big Mac. And then Coach Rob was like, scores. And then Hunter's back. Go. And that's Ratu. But it looks like the coach has challenged the play. for something. Big Mac, Trevor Linden, and then Emperor says, goal! And then Big Mac says, goal, boom, goal. And then Swerve and Irvin says, scores! And then Heastone says, goal. What are they looking at? Goaltender interference? Did Ratu interfere with Aiden Hill? What are they going to call? Your call is as good as mine, people. Nucks and Oilers fan, Trevor Linden goal. And then Zach's like, blue, green, white. And then Mohammed's like, Canucks score! And then Big Hog's like, bang! And then Lefty all around's like, nice goal, Ratty. Still convinced about you, but nice goal. Keep it up, bud. And Calvin 99 Charlie's like, Trevor Linden goal. And then Swerve Nerd's like, love when they score. And then Mohammed says, goal. And then Big Hog says, go. And then Hunter says, Mohammed, luck. And then Zach says, go. And then Big Hog says, the Ratty. And then Coach Rob says, yeah, they're challenging it. And Thomas is like, Trevor Linden goal. And then Mike Turner says, yay. And then Calvin says, Gary, you need to take a shower again. Laugh out loud. And then Nux and Oilers fan says, go. And then Michael Chad says, Ratu accelerated the puck with his stick, which propelled it into the Golden Knights net, which means the Canucks goal total increased by 1. And then Nux and Oilers fan is like, go. And then Coach Rob Lilly says, no goal. And then boo, Vegas challenging. Coach Rob Lilly thinks it's no goal. Boo, Vegas challenging. Michael W. says Gary Wiseman. So far, the Abbey Canucks players are doing so good. And then Lefty all around says that was a good goal. Why are they talking about? Zoro Rosario. Hello, Russell and everyone on chat. Seems they score when I chime in. And then Rod says, Ratu. Oh, looks like they're about to take their earpieces off, maybe. He'll touch Ratu, not the other way around. Wait a minute. A challenge is happening. Hello, says B. Hello, B. Spin the wheel. Yeah, Michael Chow. Who knows how this is going to turn out? I agree with Swervin's take. Good goal. No worries, says Rod. That's not interference. Nah, good goal, says Rod. B. Hope y'all have been great. Sorry, haven't been here much. Been hella busy. B, what have you been up to? What's keeping you so busy? I could see it going either way, but I mean, come on, man. Just call it good. I don't see any contact at all. BS, is Mohammed. David W. Aiden Hill appears to be off balance and needed to push on Ratu to stay upright. To me, it appears the challenge on the game-tying goal should not succeed. David W. saying, call on the ice stands. David W. is right. It's a goal. The Canucks score. I'm going to play that whale twice because the Canucks scored. You love to see it. So the Canucks are going to get a power play now. Lefty all around, they're wasting time. It's a good goal. Rod, call on the ice stands. Easily no way that is interference. I'm sorry, just no. Gary Reisman, I agree with your observation, David. Big PP, let's go! Swerve Nervin, that there should be a time limit on reviews. If it takes that long, the original call should stand. Big PP! So the new goaltending strategy is to push the opposing player with your glove, then fall down like you've been shot. Yep. Canucks lose the opening faceoff, but DeBrus does well to actually collect it, brings it behind the boards. Aiden Hill wraps it around the boards, takes a funny bounce off of the dasher, and comes out. Garland would have stopped it either way, but crazy bounce there. Connor Garland skating it through his zone, drops it for Quinn Hughes. Quinn Hughes skating through center, drops it for Garland. Garland skating over the blue line, passes over for DeBrus. DeBrus puts it off the boards, back for Hughes. Hughes puts it across for Besser. Besser skates down the half boards on the near side. Brock Besser puts it back to the blue line for Quinn Hughes, who skates to the middle, high slot. Looking down over, back to Besser in the high slot. Besser puts it over to the far side, half boards. Quinn Hughes skates down, puts it in the corner for Garland. Garland puts it back up for Hughes. Hughes puts it slightly down low for DeBrusque on the half boards, puts it down low for Garland, and the Canucks get robbed. Suter, how did he miss that one? Set up in front, 104 left, go on the power play. How did that one not go in the net? I don't even know. I'm going to have to see a replay. Did Aiden Hill save that one? My goodness, pass down low, Garland puts it in front, and Aiden Hill with a glove save. Read that one well. Yeah, just right into the glove. And he pokes it out to make sure everyone knew, except for me, because it was such a quick shot that I didn't know where the puck was. Hughes Suter gets waved out of the face-off dot. Brock Besser comes in to take it. Lefty all around. Usually a longer it takes means the call stays on the ice. All good, folks. I agree with Swervin's take again, says Gary. Goal! Big Hog, guess when you're starting watching NHL. Guess when I started watching NHL. Goal, 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 goal. Good goal. Game tied 2-2. Important Canucks PP coming up. Rod's just waving. Quinn Hughes. High slot. Puts it down low for Besser. Besser puts it across. Puck gets tipped. And then Vegas comes up with it. They're going to skate it out to center ice. And they're going to flip it down all the way deep into the Canucks zone. And they're going to be... Mark Stone is actually first onto the puck. Quinn Hughes checks him. Suter collects it. Puts it back for Hughes. 27 seconds left to go on the power play. 10:21 left to go in the second period. Pass across for Suter. Sherwood puts it down low for Suter. Suter can't come up with the puck. Garland collects it, puts it back to Hughes. Hughes puts it over for Besser. Besser puts it down low. Suter puts it through the crease. Puck goes way up in the air and then gets chipped down the ice. So that's going to finish it. 10 minutes left to go in the second period. Power play is over. Pachico's calling the goal, 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 goal. Rod's just laughing. Rod's laughing hard. Nucks and Oilers fan. Trevor Linden goal. Trevor Linden goal. Goal. Bang. Canucks have iced the puck. Ratu scores a goal and then forgets how to play hockey out of the excitement from scoring his goal. Then Coach Rob Billy's just waving. Muhammad. Canucks power play. Goal, goal, goal. Rah, says B. Minisco PP. Laugh out loud. Leafs fan Zachary laughing. Good goal. He scoted. Laughing. Stupid Cassidy, you think after winning a cup, we'd be smarter? Who's in net tonight? It's Lankinen. Ratu with a shot that gets blocked. Kind of fanned on it a bit. Canucks come up with it. Hoglander puts it to the front of the net. Aiden Hill with a save. Sherwood. Hoglander and Ratu out together. Hoglander behind the net. Passes out front. Hronek gets a shot, and then it gets blocked. The Canucks now have a 3-on-2 coming the other way. More like a 3-on-1. Good stick, though, by DPD. Now he collects the puck and skates it out to center. He rips around the boards. Hoglander skates in. Aiden Hill can't stop it. Hoglander gets the puck. Oh, can't keep it. He gets triple teamed. Puck to the middle. Carlson can't come up with it. Vegas skates it over the Canucks blue line. And then Lankinen saves that one and hangs on with a Golden Knight bearing down on him. 8:50 to go. Left to go in the second period. Woo! Yeah, good job by DPD to block that pass from coming across. Quinn Hughes could learn a thing or two about defending a 2-on-1 from Mr. DPD. Good call, T.O., says Mike Torrance. Lankinen, says Rod. David W., Calvin 99 Charlie. This Canucks PP hasn't gotten off to a great start. Still a bit over 80 seconds left to score. Lanky, my boy. Lanky, my boy, says B. Michael Chow. Hank and Dankinen. I like that one, Michael Chow. Demko is the man, says Rod. B, I'm so glad they signed him for a longer duration of time. Nah, we got Demmer, says Rod. Hachiko's crying. Why are you so sad, Hachiko? Russ is stunned. Laugh out loud. Yeah, I get stunned sometimes, man. And I'm just like... Suter trying to score in the old Horvat spot. Yep. Good scoring chance by the Canucks. Sure beat the typical pattern of the last few Canucks PPs of just pass. Big Hockey and the Canucks get robbed. Yeah, I know, right? Question mark. It was such a quick glove save. Suter shot it right into the glove. Whoa! Holy moly, says Muhammad. VPD gonna be waiting outside the arena for Aiden Hill. Yep. Call the coppers! That's highway robbery! but he flashed the leather for no reason. Here. Do you guys remember the Patrick Waugh one where he's like, I got it. And then he dropped the puck and then it went into the net. Hilarious. Second puck shot down into the Canucks end under 30 seconds. Left to go in the PB. Hunter, you need glasses, crying. Swerve Nervin. Russell's sub count is the all-time goals leader, not Ovechkin. I know, right? Did you guys see that? We got to 895 today, the same time that Ovechkin did, and then we got to 896. So, as Swerve Nervin mentions, if you do want to see this number go up, all you got to do is hit that sub button. It will really support the channel, trying to get it up to 1,000. So I'd appreciate it if you would hit that sub button and help me get to 1,000 subscribers. Muchas gracias. O'Connor skates it in, down the boards, stops on the half boards, looks to the front of the net. High pass, though. Carlson couldn't get to it. Puck goes down below behind the net. Vegas collects it and gets it out to the half boards and skates it out to their blue line. Now they get it out to center. Relays up to the Canucks blue line, and they'll dump it behind the Canucks net. Collected by Forbort. Forbort chips it up for O'Connor. O'Connor puts it into the middle. That one gets intercepted. Oh my gosh. Mark Stone skates down Main Street and shoots it wide. Ooh. Dangerous pass at the Canucks blue line, ends up with a good chance, but Mark Stone puts it high and wide. Big Hog, guess when I started watching the NHL? No, they might as well have declined that power play. What are you guys talking about? I'll give you a hint. I'm almost 9. Eichel with a shot. Canucks clear the rebound out. Hoglander trying to get the puck pass across. Now Suter intercepts it. Hoglander at center gets checked. Marcus Pettersson chips it out to center ice. Vegas collects it there. 7:30 left to go in the second period. Puck comes down behind the net. Lankinen stops it, brings it around the boards up to Hoglander. Hoglander puts it up for Besser. Besser chips it into the corner in the Vegas Knights zone, and the Canucks will go for a change. Hunter, guys, did Big Hog score? He did. He scored in the first period. Big Hog Hoglander scored the game's opening goal. Canucks fan, yes, 8. Yeah, Canucks and Oilers fan is 8 years old. Canucks chip it up to the half boards. Hand pass. Oh no, it's a penalty for holding, apparently. Canucks going to the penalty kill. Huh? November 2024. Canucks and Oilers fan. If Wayne is the great one, Ovi is the grade 8. Who's the in-between then? Connor with a bad pass at the blue line. Oh, no, he didn't shoot it wide. Lankinen got a save on that Stone chance. Oh, my gosh, I didn't do you justice, Blankinen. Did he hold on to the stick? I don't know if he held on to the stick. The great 4.5. 8 plus 1 divided by 2 is 4.5. Yeah, Swerving, you got it right. Michael Chow. Calvin 99 Charlie. Bobby R. Canucks going to the penalty kill against the best power play in the league. Eichel with a shot. Lankinen with a save. And then covers up the rebound. Whew. Swerving Irvin sure did. Sunglasses. Bro, I have a child. I don't come here to talk to one. Swerving feeling sassy again. Oh man. So Hronek deflected it and then it went off of Marcus Pettersson as well. And then Lankinen still managed to save it. Canucks lose the faceoff, but looks like Suter stepped ahead and manages to disrupt the play. So the puck comes all the way down the ice. Good work by Suter to make some lemonade after his lost faceoff. We need to make the playoffs, says Hunter. Plus, I'll be 9 in a month. Nucks fan. Turning 9 in a month. Sure, with a good stick, but the Vegas Goldenknights managed to recover. Lankinen puts it for Marcus Pettersson. He rings around the boards, and the puck skips over the blue line down the ice. Good job by Marcus Pettersson. May 7th, Nucks and Oilers fan turning 9. Fair enough. Hunter TDS. But can we? Can we make the playoffs? No, Vegas Goldenknights coming offside with 1:08 left to go in their power play. 6:04 left to go in the second period. Connor Gale so far pretty promising. Passes look much more crisp. They're getting more and more into the game. Perhaps they're maybe they'll go all in for the final spot. Michael Chow, if I can give my life advice to any young Canucks fans, it's to find a different team to cheer for. Michael Chow, don't dissuade our young fans. We don't want to mess up our demographic population. Scoreboard, battling on the boards. Vegas takes it, rings it around behind the boards. Connor Garland tries to lift the stick, but can't quite get it. Vegas tries to put it in front. Joshua intercepts it. Referee's foot gets in the way. Puck's in the corner now. 3 Canucks are there. Scoreboard puts it behind the net. Garland chips it into the corner. Pins it on the boards. Puck comes all the way back to the blue line. Puck just comes out. Vegas has to recollect it at center ice. Probably. Salutations, all says KJ. What's up, KJ? And then he says, Dobby. KJ Brazy in the chat. Mohammed, I am excited for the Canucks AHL Young Guns. Blue, white, green, blue, white, green, blue, white, green. Salutations, KJ, says Gary Wiseman. Canucks clogging things up in the corner, but Vegas comes out. And then Hronik does well to get a stick on that puck, disrupting the pass. Puck comes down low. Vegas chips it across the zone. 8 seconds left to go on the power play. Still looking for maybe one more chance. Puck back to the blue line. Shot gets tipped wide. And that's the end of the power play. But Vegas still controls. Teddy Blueger's out of the net, out of the penalty box. Skates back into the zone. Vegas puts it behind the net. Comes around, puts it up to the face-off dot on the far side. Hannafin skates down into the other face-off dot, puts it in the middle. Good sticks by the Canucks, though. Blueger preventing his man from getting a chance. Vegas skates it behind the net, tries to put it out front, gets blocked by Connor Garland. He skates it out of the Canucks zone. He'll get to the blue line and skate it in, take some time and wait for the Canucks to get a change. Blueger waiting in the middle. The puck doesn't quite get to him, and the puck gets put out of play by the Vegas Golden Knights, and that puck should come all the way back down into their zone for a face-off. Puck comes after Dave Thomason in between the boards. That's funny. Connor Gill, that and the interception by EPD guy continues to improve game by game. Yep. Big Hog Hockey. Guys, I'm only 882 subs away from Ovi's record. Let's go! And then Connor Gill says, and I think EPD should work so much better than DPD too. He's literally Elias Police Department because he's the officer of the law in defense. Hunter, Russell beats Ovi's record. Yeah, no big D. Ovi hit 895 today. I hit 896. What? You see my hair? My hair's got some flow today. It's slowly getting longer, guys. I literally didn't put any product in it. My hair is absolute chaos today, if you didn't notice. Gary Wiseman, did you see the RoboCop remake that's set in Vancouver? It's called HoboCop. I did not see that one, Gary Wiseman. And was it pretty low budget? Great save, Lanky, says Mohammed. Lanky Stone. Yep. Janice, boo. Big question for you. Why are so many games late, especially come playoffs, to be 8 to 9 p.m. starts? 6 p.m. be nice. It's because you live in Alberta, Janice. It is what it is. Because the NHL likes to put their games at 4 o'clock and 7 o'clock Pacific time. Not 4 o'clock and 7 o'clock Alberta time. So that means when you guys play your games on national television, you have to start at 8 o'clock to make it 7 o'clock Pacific. That's why, Janias. It's because you're Alberta and they hate Albertans. So remember, can I be honest about your channel, Big Hog Hockey? And then Ajiko says, guys, did you see the NHL's new rule? Yeah, be nice. Calvin 99 Charlie, careful. Irvin Big Hog says he's 8 also. Janai, 7 p.m. works for me because it's 2 hours after. Did I just see my subscriber count go up and then back down again? That was weird. 8.5, actually. Yeah, exactly, Calvin. Swerve and Irvin, keep doing your thing, Hog. What I'm about to say isn't to hate on you. Okay, thank you. I'm 8.5. Lefty all around. No games in Vancouver start at 9 p.m. What you talking about? Canucks games, anyways. Oh, 897. It's up to 897, everyone. Thank you for whoever just subscribed. So, and what I see on your channel, I pretty much get already on my Twitter feed. So, but Swervin, you know what I like about Big Hog's videos is that you can go there and watch one video and you get everything. So rather than spending all your time clicking through all this stuff and spending so much time on Twitter, which is Oh, Connor with a shot. Aiden Hill with a glove save. Puck goes over the net. Good battle to get that puck down low. The Canucks are pressing now. O'Connor in the corner leaves the puck. Sasson loses the puck up the boards, and Tanner Pearson skates it out. Walks over Mancini. Mancini trying to check him in the corner. Pearson puts it back to the point. Puck gets deflected. Pearson passes the puck back. Vegas puts it back to the blue line. Shot goes wide. It bounced a couple times. Pass to the high slot. Carlson knocks the puck off the stick. Sasson. Oh, man. Another good chance from the Vegas Golden Knights goes over the top of the net. Shoots. Another one went high. The Canucks are allowing a lot of shots right now. 3 minutes left to go in the second period. Canucks fan 84 missing the game tonight. Did I miss anything good? Bro, it's been pretty fun so far. 2-2. Big Hoglander scored. O'Connor working hard in the neutral zone. Comes up the puck, battles it in. And then good pass back from Carlson. Aiden Hill makes a good save with his arm. Keep it out. But O'Connor, good work in the neutral zone to get that puck deep. And now we're back down to 896. That must be Hachiko. Hachiko, what the heck? Swerve and Irvin, what's nice about his channel, though, is that it's all centralized in one singular video. Yep. Yeah, thanks, Hachiko. Love you. Canucks fan 94. Yes, you missed 2 Canucks goals, and on the other hand, you missed 2 Vegas goals. So, Canucks fan 94. Also, Abbey extending their win streak to 13. Will definitely be going to Abbey for some playoff games. Yeah, it should be fun. Swerve and yeah, Hachiko, like I said, I'm not hating, just being honest. Do you understand what I mean, Big Hog? What would you want me to do, Swervin? Lefty all around. Hronik playing well defensively, and Tocchet put out Linus Karlsson. What's the matter with you, Tocchet, lately? Do you even care? You do you, dog. And then Big Hog's like, salute. I'll say this. And now I go down to 895. I think that's Hachiko fucking with me again. Unsubscribing from both of their channels. Alex Ovi is older than me. That is true. Lefty all around. I know when you are talking about Aquilini. Oh my God, guys, we're up to 896. Can you believe we're up to 896? Lefty all around at Tocchet. So I subbed to Russ Clay and Uncensored because I hang in the chats. Outside of that, I have Sportsnet, YouTube, and Twitter for highlights. Who's hitting 1,000 first, Ovi or Russell? Me! And then the Canucks have ice the puck. Learn the rules! Learn the rules, Canucks! Me at Big Hog. Lefty tagging Talk like he's in the chat. Maybe he is. He's on the iPad. I can't believe what these guys are saying about me, and nothing is perfect's chat. Swerve and Irvin. Also, I think Glovey McGlovin videos are funny. Yes, they're hilarious. 897. Oh my God, people. Can you believe it? We got to 897. Yeah, I love it. Laugh out loud. Yeah. Glovey's outros make the video. Yeah. The one where Garland gets hit in the chest by a helmet is hilarious. If you had Canucks content that I couldn't get anywhere else, I'd probably sub. You're not subbed? I'm not. Laugh out loud, says Calvin99 Charlie. Big Hog's crying. Talking about missing the point. Laugh out loud, says Gary Wiseman. 1:55 left to go in the second period. 2-2. Suter passes over. Hoglander does well to collect that and gets a good shot on Aiden Hill with an elbow save. Puck comes back to the point. Marcus Pettersson, beautiful pass. Bassler puts it wide. Shot it just wide on the low glove side. Vegas puts it across her own zone. Wow, not at the moment. What was that about 897, Russ? Question mark. It says 896. I knew it. Calvin 99 Charlie, you should have said you're 8. Ha ha ha. Jokes, bro. What's on in the second intermission? Gary Wiseman. We got some KUNGFOOT coming up. Me versus my wife. KUNGFOOT. Commentated by me. Should be chaos. A best of 7 in KUNGFOOT. Lankinen makes a save. And then William Karlsson gets cleared out. And then Sherwood helping out Dakota Joshua, picking up Olvson. Bro, I'm crying. Lefty all around. I have some good advice. If only GM Sweeney of Boston would have listened to me and not signed Lindholm, and even Zadorov last year, I could tell Lindholm was over the hill even last year. 896? I know, right? You're saving your subs to become number 1,000. That's what it is. Rome gets it. Big Algog, I think he's talking about me. Gary Wiseman, lefty all around. Don't interrupt your opponents while they're making mistakes. Upside down smiley face. Lefty all around. Some players unfortunately start going downhill real fast in their late 20s. Others can score like Ovechkin when they're almost 40. True. Ovechkin can. Tipped in front. Lankin to mix the save anyways with the tip right in front. Canucks lose another faceoff and another good chance comes right up. Canucks fan 94. Abby is also 3 points behind Colorado for top spot in the AHL Pacific Division. Yeah, that is true. Canucks lose another faceoff. I spoke too soon when I said they were doing good. Jake DeBrus skates at the center, flips into the corner. Luger skates onto it, but falls down. Puck gets chipped out. Vegas carries it out. Long pass across, then chips it in behind the zone, or behind the net. Puck comes back into the Canucks zone. Oglander stops inside the blue line, but loses the puck. He's going to have to backtrack. Pearson skating in, shoots just wide. Puck goes off the back of the net. Quinn Hughes puts it up the boards and out to center ice. 10 seconds left to go in the second period. Swear jar. Will you be streaming Abby playoff games? I'm thinking about it, Canucks fan 94. And that's the end of the second period. The Canucks tie it up 2-2. All right. I only have one YouTube channel, Russ. I think your mind is making things up. What do you mean? Drew Richards, learn the rules. Jeffrey Beverly, am I silly for taking under 6.5 for this game? Well, right now you're not, Jeffrey Beverly. Welcome, Jeffrey Beverly. JB, if I can call you that, JB. Welcome to Nothing is Perfect. You're about to see chaos. You've came at the right time because we're about to do something that everybody loves, and we're going to do some KUNGFOOT. So Jeffrey Beverly, thank you for joining Nothing is Perfect. My name is Russ Holiday, and right now we're about to do some KUNGFOOT, which is an amazing mini game. So get ready for it. Things are about to get weird. This is me versus my wife, Rusty versus Crystal, KUNGFOOT, best of 7 on Nothing is Perfect. All right, here we go. First game getting started. Crystal swinging, missing at the ball. I hit the ball down and put it up in the air. Rusty puts it way high up in the air. Crystal tips it off of the baseboard, puts it off of the backboard and scores. She scores an Eriksson goal. Her very first goal ever in KUNGFOOT ends up going to the back of her own net, pulling an Eriksson. Crystal did. And then she makes up for it. She puts it into the back of my net. She scored both goals so far. I'm in gold. She's in black. I get a breakaway, coming in, tipping it off of the baseboard, and then Russell doesn't need to finish it because Crystal pulls another Eriksson and puts it in her own net, scoring all 3 goals so far in game 1. And then Russell puts it off of the crossbar and into Crystal's net. Crystal at center. Russell charging up an attack, hits Crystal. Crystal doesn't care. She puts the ball right past Russell. Russell comes back and makes a save in front of his net in the air. Crystal sprints back, knocks the ball past Russell, gets on a breakaway, but Russell gets back and then bangs it right in the net, scoring a goal, making it 3-2. Scoring 4 of the 5 goals so far in the net. Russell coming back in the gold uniform. Puck goes off of his baseboard. Crystal comes back, dribbling, puts the ball high in the air, tries to go up over the top, but Russell gets higher and puts it back into the Crystal net. 4-2. Crystal comes back, bangs it, but Russell comes up, gets a breakaway, and makes no mistake on that one, making it 5-2. Comes out of the net, puts it off the crossbar, and then puts it off his own baseboard. Then Crystal tries to save it, but she can't quite get there. 6-2. Russell takes the lead. Then Crystal puts it back into her own zone. Ball bounces past Russell, comes into his zone, but he gets another breakaway. Can't finish though. Crystal deflects it into the air, and then Russell tips it back. 7-2. He's running away with this game. And then Crystal comes over the top. Russell banks it back into Crystal's zone. Crystal bangs it off of Russell's baseboard, and then Russell puts it off of Crystal's baseboard and into his own net. He scores on himself, trying to repay the favor. Crystal into her own zone. The puck bounces back, ball bounces back. 7-4, too late though. Russell takes a 1-0 lead in the best of 7. Here we are. Game 2, KUNGFOOT, Crystal in the black, Russell in the goal. Crystal with a breakaway, but she puts it high in the air instead of putting it into the rusty net. She's bouncing the ball at center ice, can't come up with it. Russell can't come up with it. Crystal deflects it. It bounces off the ground and into the rusty net. And then Crystal gets another breakaway, and she makes no mistake taking a 2-0 lead. She doesn't want to score in her own net this time. And then Russell puts it off of Crystal's baseboard. And then Russell comes up and puts it off the baseboard, but this one goes off the platform and into the net. Breakaway for Rusty. Rusty jams it in the net, tying up the game with a minute 25 left to go. And then Crystal just bullies Russell, and the ball dribbles into his net. 3-2, she takes the lead. And Russell gets the breakaway, but loses the ball in the last second. It goes off of the board. And then ball dribbles back into zone. Crystal takes a 4-2 lead with a minute 10. Then Russell comes by and smacks into the net, making it 4-3. And then dribbles on, and then comes in and finishes it off. Crystal couldn't get back in time. Dribbling the ball back into his zone. Crystal takes it away from him, and then Russell battles and brings it in, and then Crystal once again comes back and knocks it into her own net. It's a 5-4 lead off of an own goal. Crystal puts it off of the baseboard in Russell's zone. Russell gets a breakaway but loses the ball. Crystal tips it into Russell's zone. That one goes off of the platform. Crystal now has it alone, puts it up in the air. She goes over the top, but Russell comes higher over the top, makes it 6-4 with 35 seconds left to go. Now she's just hitting Russell, trying to get physical. Now Russell returns the favor, just hitting Crystal. And then the ball goes back into Rusty's zone. Russell gets the breakaway, puts it off the crossbar and deflects back into his own zone. Tips into his own zone, tips it high over Crystal's head. Crystal with the partial breakaway, but battles it in and makes it 6-5. And then she gets it past Rusty, but the ball dribbles in. Russell on the breakaway. He smacks it back off his own crossbar. And then the ball dribbles into the net. 7-5, that looks like, oh, but Crystal makes it 7-6, maybe. No, she runs out of time. That's 2-0 in this best of 7. Best of 7. Game 3 starts. Crystal coming in, swinging, hitting Rusty. Puts it off of the baseboard, high in the air. Puts it off the baseboard again. Puts it off the backboard. And then the ball dribbles towards her net, off of her own platform. Russell collects it, jams it into the back of the net, but can't come up with it. Too high in the air. Comes in, puts it off of the platform. Ball bounces back. Crystal's just smashing Russell's face in. Getting physical out there. The ball dribbles in, and Russell takes a 2-0 lead with a minute 30. But then Crystal comes over the top and makes it 2-1. Russell battling in the middle with Crystal. Crystal trying to get the ball, and then she sneaks it in. She puts it right in, tying the game 2-2. And then she battles, hitting Russell, hitting the ball, takes a 3-2 lead. Ball goes off of Crystal's baseboard, goes off of Rusty's baseboard. Crystal with a breakaway, but she loses the ball. And then she comes over the top and puts it in top corner. 4-2, shakes it. And then Russ floats it in, 4-3, keeping it close. And then Crystal comes in on the breakaway. She makes it 5-3, restoring the 2-goal lead. And then Russell with the breakaway. He puts it off the crossbar. He couldn't finish it off. Crystal bringing it back in her own zone, tipping it, putting it off of Russell's baseboard. Rusty trying to get the ball, and then Crystal takes it away and jams it in, taking a 6-3 lead. But Russell comes back, keeping it close, bringing it in, making it 6-4. Crystal comes in on a breakaway, makes no mistake, 7-4, restoring the 3-goal lead. Now they're just battling at center. Crystal just bowling Russell, hitting him with the ball, and then Russell gets the breakaway, and Crystal can't quite get it back. 7-5. Ball gets batted back off of the baseboard into the net. Russell defends it well there. Ball comes off of Crystal's baseboard. Russell can't finish it off on the breakaway. And then he finishes it up from distance, 7-6. 12 seconds left. Crystal dribbling at center ice. Russell puts it in. Crystal finishes off 7-7. Crystal brings it into Russell's zone. The ball dribbles back into Crystal's zone. We're going to overtime, looks like, folks. Russell with a downstroke. Crystal puts it off of the platform and then comes over and wins it in overtime. 8-7, winning her first game of the series. 8-7 in overtime. Crystal getting her first win of the series. Game 4 starting off. Crystal dribbling, puts the ball off Russell's baseboard, puts it off his platform. Russell comes in and jumps over top of her, makes it 1-0 after a good effort, but Crystal just dribbles one in, not even needing to put some juice on it, and then battles it in, makes it 2-1, coming in strong to start this game after allowing a goal. Ball gets batted in and then dribbled into the net. 3-1. Crystal takes the lead. Russell tips it in the zone off of Crystal's baseboard. Then Crystal dribbles another one and that one bounces in. Takes a commanding 4-1 lead. Russell with a breakaway, but he can't finish it. He takes it out of the net, puts it off of the platform, and then puts it off of the baseboard. Can't finish it. He was literally in the net, folks. What an idiot. How could he not finish that one off? And then Crystal floats one in and goes off the backboard. Russell comes in high and from distance makes it 4-2. Crystal waiting at center, bats it over Russell's head, and then Russell puts it in off of the baseboard. Crystal battling it back towards Russell, puts it high in the air, and then Russell puts it off of the platform. Ball comes all the way back, and then Crystal bats it. Russell makes a great save on his own goal line, bats it in, and then puts it off of his own platform. And then Crystal comes in and grabs the high ball and drops it in, making it 5-2. Russell puts it off of Crystal's baseboard. Russell puts it off of the backboard in Crystal's zone. Russell with a breakaway. Can he get it? He does. He tips it in, making it a 5-3 game. He puts it high in the air. He takes abuse. Crystal's beating him. She's beating the ball. And then Crystal hits the ball and him once more, but Russell comes up, gets a breakaway. Can he finish? He does. It's 5-4, 26 seconds left to go. This one's close. Russell puts it high in the air, trying to go far. He does. He gets it a long distance. 5-5. Russell ties it up. Crystal goes underneath. And gets the breakaway and scores me at 6-5, 15 seconds. Russell puts it off of Crystal's baseboard. Crystal in her own zone, dribbling. Russell puts it off of the baseboard in Crystal's zone, and then Crystal puts it back into the zone. Russell puts it into Crystal's zone, off of the backboard. Ball comes back into Russell's zone, though. Crystal battling. The game ends with a win. Russell ran out of time. 6-5. Crystal ties up the series, making it 2-2, starting game 5. Ball bouncing in center, looks like nobody can get it. Ball into Russell's zone, he manages to chip it out. Brings it off of his own zone and puts a long one arching into Crystal's zone. Puts it off of Crystal's baseboard once again, coming into his own zone. Crystal battling it. Russell battles it off of her. And I don't want to save. And then Crystal's like, no, I don't care if you made a great save. I'm going to put it in your net. We're tying up the game. Russell coming on a breakaway, chips it in. Nice slow one. Crystal, first one to the ball at center and then gets a breakaway. And with some contention from Russell, manages to score. Russell comes back on a breakaway in his own net. He puts it in his own net. He returns the favor from earlier, scoring his own Erickson goal. Crystal puts it high in the air, going over the top, and she puts it off the crossbar and into the net, taking a 4-2 lead. Russell repeats it. He gets a donkey, and he puts it off of the crossbar into the net. He gets a breakaway, but he can't collect the ball. Crystal puts it off Russell's baseboard. Russell puts it off Crystal's baseboard. Crystal bounces it off, and then it comes back to Rusty on a breakaway, and he makes no mistake, tying up game 4-4 off of Crystal's platform. Russell comes back, and he puts it off the crossbar and taking a 5-4 lead with 47 seconds left to go. But Crystal comes back, and she's like, hell no, I won't go gently into the night. She scores too quick while taking a 6-5 lead. She's battling it. Russell puts it in his own zone. Crystal comes up with it, though, makes it 7-5 with 35 seconds left to go. Crystal in her own zone, bounces it past Rusty. Rusty can't do it because Crystal hits the ball, and Rusty once again scoring 2 more, making it 9-5. She's running away with this one, folks. Russell puts it off the baseboard and collects it and puts it in, making it 69 giggity. And then Russell makes it 7-9, ruining the beautiful score. But he's trying to come back. He doesn't care. And then Crystal's like, I don't care if you're trying to come back. 10-7. She takes the lead, 3-goal lead with 7 seconds. Russell makes it 8-4. He's gonna die. But Crystal's like, no, 11-8. Russell runs out of time. And in dramatic fashion, Crystal wins 3 games in a row to take the lead in this best-of-7 series. Here we are, game 6. Crystal with her first chance to finish things out. Russell chips one, floats it in, taking the 1-0 lead. Russell puts it high in the air. Crystal beating Russell in the face. Russell puts a high one up, and from his own net, puts it across, making it 2-0. Crystal battling, hitting Rusty. Rusty hitting Crystal with a downstroke. Crystal puts it high in the air. Russell returns the favor and hits it off of the baseboard in Crystal's zone. Crystal with a breakaway. Russell comes back, puts it off his own board, and then Crystal breaks a shutout, taking it off of Russell, putting it into the back of Rusty's net, off of his baseboard now. Crystal coming back in her own zone, trying not to tip in her own zone with a long bomb that goes off the backboard. She comes in flying over the top, taking away from Russell, but Russell takes it back and jams it in. 3-1. Russell with a charge-up attack that didn't work, trying to be cheeky out there. Crystal goes over the top and makes it a 3-2 game, being in with 1 goal. Crystal in her own zone. Russell bats it back towards Crystal's zone, off the baseboard. Crystal in Russell's zone, but Russell comes up over the middle and puts it in 4-2, takes back the 2-goal lead. And then Crystal bats it off of Russ. Russ puts it back to Crystal, and Crystal puts it into the back of the net, making it 4-3. Crystal in her own zone. Russell puts it into her zone. Crystal tips another one into her zone, in her own net, 5-3. She puts it off the Russell's baseboard, and she bats the ball, knocking Russell back, coming in back within 1 goal. Russ puts it up in the air, puts it even higher up in the air. He's going to try another long bomb. He manages to do it. That's 6-4, folks. He makes the 2-goal lead, and then he bats it into the Crystal zone off of the platform. Can't get it to go. Crystal, Russell with the breakaway, had a chance, but Crystal in her own net cannot stop it. 12 seconds left. 3 goals to score. Can Crystal do it? She puts it back into the zone. Russell says no, though, taking a 4-goal lead. Crystal's not happy about it. Russell puts it high in the air, putting it out of the reach. He will stave off the elimination, tying the series 3-3 in this best of 7 KUNGFOOT. Can you believe it? You got Crystal versus Rusty. Game 7. This is craziness out here, folks. Russell scores the first one, and then he scores another cheeky one with a charge up. But Crystal's like, no, you won't do it again. Ball bounces back into Rusty's zone. Crystal puts it up high, getting in behind Rusty. Rusty puts it off his own crossbar. Crystal puts it high, and then she just beats Rusty in the face. The ball goes off her own platform, comes deep into her own zone. She chips it back into Rusty's zone, and then battles. Ball comes back off of the baseboard. Russ puts it high up in the air. Crystal's like, I don't care. I've seen you do this before. I'm just going to beat you. And then it works. She beats him relentlessly, getting her first goal with physical violence. You love to see it. Russell in his own zone bats the puck. Our ball high in the air. Ball getting batted around. Crystal getting physical, and then she tips it in her own zone, in her own net once again, but she comes over the top. She makes it 3-2, and then Russ comes over the top, makes it 4-2, and then tries to do another charge-up attack. It doesn't work, and Crystal comes over the top, and she makes it 4-3. Russ puts it in the zone, and then he makes it 5-3. Crystal coming over the top. Russ puts it off Crystal's baseboard. Crystal bounces the ball high in the air. Russ is trying to do his cheeky move again, and this time he succeeds. 6-3. Russ comes over the top. Crystal comes underneath and makes it 6-4, keeping it close. 2 goals. Bounces into Russell's zone, and she puts it off of his. And she's just beating him in with bloody nose. Russ comes out of it with a bloody nose, makes it 7-5. 35 seconds left to go. Russ and Crystal have forgotten about the ball. Crystal is just beating Russell's face. Ball bouncing at center. Russ can't do anything with it. Crystal comes over the top, makes him pay for dawdling with the ball. Ball gets batted in the net, 7-6. Russ in his own net now. Crystal battling the ball, can't get it to go. Russell with a save on his own zone line. Crystal beating Rusty in the net. Russell gets out. He gets a breakaway off of it, puts it up, and then dribbles it in 8-6. Russ trying to come out at center, tries to get it. Crystal bats the ball back in. It got 8-7, 2 seconds left. Crystal coming out center, and the ball comes back. But you can't do it. Crystal loses the best of 7. Russell comes back with 2 wins. Can you believe it? Can you believe it, folks? Rusty undefeated in best of 7s. Can you believe it? Crystal coming so close to defeating Rusty in this latest episode of KUNGFOOT on Nothing is Perfect. I'm Russell Holiday. That was my wife. Thank you for her for battling me. That was lots of fun. Woo! Woo! I need a drink after that one. So close. So close, people. So close. Overrated. Rusty is good at soccer, I learned today. This was rigged. Boo! Boo! That was so damn close. Boo! Winner gets to be the Dom. What? Boo! Pride and not that kind of pride. That's in Vancouver. Loser takes out the garbage. The garbage is my job. I don't know if that will work. What's at stake in this game between Russ and Crystal? We didn't make a bet at the beginning. We should have, though. But I was worried I was going to lose, you know? I was worried that I would lose. And then, you know, then I would have to do something. Russ was offside on that goal. Goal interference. Yeah, Crystal was definitely interfering with me on that goal. Recount the goals. Ball's deflated. We're with you all the way, Crystal. Oh, that was KUNGFOOT you've been talking about. Yes, Gary Wiseman, that's KUNGFOOT. Gary Bettman rigged it. Looks fun. It is a lot of fun. Crystal trip Russell, laugh out loud. Well, she started punching me in the face, so pretty good. Pretty fun, guys. I highly recommend checking it out. It's a mini game in Rayman Legends. I'm bored, so I'm guessing people's ages. Swervin' Irvin, Calvin 99 Charlie. You do retro gaming? Like what kind? Any. Solitaire, Minesweeper. Calvin 99 Charlie, I love them, but I don't have a computer. Laugh out loud. At Gary, classic. I can guess Dark Fear's age. Oregon Trail. I love Oregon Trail. You died of dysentery. That was the best part. You broke both your legs and both your arms and then died of dysentery. All right, they're lining up center for the third period. I'm all jacked up after the big win over my wife. Third period is underway. And the offside, the Vegas Golden Knights go. Calvin and Charlie, how are you watching this? Jake the Pancake, I wish that was how hockey actually worked. Like you could just punch the guy standing next to you and then shoot the puck in the net. It used to be that way, didn't it? Drew Richards, Switch 2 coming out. Laugh out loud. Yeah, Drew. I wonder how expensive. He should do more during the games. Ross doing play-by-play on a fight between two kids. I'd sub to that. Mancini up to Bluger. Bluger had to take it off his knees, though. Quinn Hughes getting double teamed. Still managed to get the puck out to center for Bluger, who chips it up to the Vegas Golden Knights blue line. And then Garland puts it off of the ref's face, it looks like. Hit him right in the face. Garland goes over to check on him. Woo! The referee just took the puck off the face and he's like, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm a referee, man. W. Trevor Linden, goal. Jake Stakes Hockey, goal. Coconut Skull, learn the rules. Swear jar, Big Mac. Jake Stakes Hockey, Big Mac. Jake Stakes Hockey, goal. Russ could probably do PvP on Junior B team. Crazy that there was 4.5 years of life of PS5. Remember how they were sold out like 3 years? Yep. Michael, I can guess how old you are. Go Crystal, says Ichigo. Give me a hint, Michael. I'm made of dust and cobwebs. Are you a ghost, Michael? Swervin' Irvin, between stream games and Switch games, I'm pretty much covered. Oh, Steam games, yeah. You're dead? But NHL 25 is only on Xbox and PS5. Yeah, they don't make it on PC anymore. Hughes walks the blue line, loses the puck, but then comes back up with it. Does well not to lose it back to the Canucks. Put the puck down low. Ratu tries to get onto it. Hits his man, but can't come up with the puck. Puck comes to the blue line. Quinn Hughes pinches in. Can't get it, but the other defenseman comes across and puts it down low. Ratu skating in to try and get the puck back. Sherwood goes the other way. Vegas puts it behind the net. Inside. Yaman. Really? No NHL on PC, Swervin? Yep. But I have the Canucks to thank for that. You depressed? Question mark. Yaman. Not yet, at least from what I hear. I haven't gamed in years, but that surprises me. At Gary, not this time. Losers washes dishes. Loser sleeps on the sofa. Dark, give me a hint. Jake the Pancake, that was hockey in the 90s. Yep. Pong. Dark. Dark Fear. Good thing I hope my wife doesn't beat me in that game. Laugh out loud. Yeah, she might. My life is literally better than my friends. Right? Like I had this, when we had my birthday last year, we were playing this game and I was clobbering everyone except my wife and Drew. They're the only two that can compete with me in KUNGFOOT. Calvin 99 Charlie, I don't know about that game. It's a bit too colorful for my eyes. Vancouver, can you feel it? Can you feel it? Vancouver, can you feel it? Did I get too close to the camera again? Those Chinese handheld emulators are pretty awesome. And I'm watching Russ on my TV and chatting on my phone. Yeah. Big hog. Crystal, I would divorce him after that. Dark, make yourself useful and give me an hint how old you are. Puck goes out of play. What do they emulate, Swervin? Like Game Boys or PSP or something? And is it easy to find games? Switch 2 is going to be like $450. Yeah. Wait a minute. When did Vegas tie it up? Laugh out loud. The Canucks tied it up. What do you mean, Calvin? They were leading. We were the ones who tied it up, Gary Wiseman says. Most will emulate up to PS1. Veronic, again, can't come up with the puck. Luckily, his teammates are there to support him because he's not very hard on the puck. Not gonna lie. I don't know, Gary. I don't remember. The most expensive ones will run GameCube, PS2, and Dreamcast, etc. Dark ignoring me. Calvin 99 Charlie, I thought he was we was up 2-1, laugh out loud. Sorry, Calvin, I didn't update the score well enough for you. Calvin 99 Charlie, depends on who you're cheering for, I guess. Good point, Michael. My head hurts, says Calvin 99 Charlie. Puck into the Golden Knights zone. Hoglander puts it down low. Good hand-eye coordination. Hanovan passes out. Veronic blocks that pass from coming in front. Marcus Pettersson rings around the boards. White Cloud keeps it in at the blue line. Marcus Pettersson battling a stone behind his net. Off the bar. Oh my gosh, that went off the post really hard. Another missed defensive responsibility there in the Canucks zone. Marcus Pettersson or Veronic. Veronic gets tripped. No call. I guess the ref didn't agree. Calvin and Charlie, Vegas was up 2-1. Canucks tied it. Swerve Nerd, everyone, what's your opinion on custom NHL jerseys with your own name on them? Puck goes out of play. Rome, I can guess your age. Give me a hint, Rome. Did that hit the crossbar and the post? Oh my gosh. Yep, it went off the crossbar and the post. That's crazy. Teddy Bluger wins a face-off somehow. Canucks put it behind the net. Aiden Hill stops it, leaves it for his defenseman. Puck gets all the way out, all the way down the ice. I don't think it's going to be icing, though. DPD leaves it for Forbort. Forbort can't get it. DPD puts his Pearson down in front of the net. Vegas takes control. Shot to the front, goes wide. DPD can't get it over for Forbort. Forbort with his stick on the puck manages to get over for DPD. DPD skates it up the boards. He loses it on the half boards, though. Bluger battling at the blue line. Manages to get it out, but puts the pass across for Garland. Almost gets intercepted. Thank goodness. DPD puts it off the boards and hard out to center. Bluger can't collect it. Vegas collects it at center, and they skate it over the Canucks blue line. Puck to the middle. Goes off the side of the net. Mancini puts it over for O'Connor. O'Connor brings it up the half boards. 3 Vegas Golden Knights there. Now Hughes takes it, puts it off the boards, and back over for Mancini. Mancini lifts it out to center. Sasson over for Hughes. Hughes in the corner. Skates back up to the half boards. Skates all the way back up to the blue line. And then tries to shoot it. Loses the puck at the blue line. And then Vegas skates it out. They're coming in. Puck goes to the corner. Mancini puts the puck around the boards into the other corner for Hughes. Hughes makes a pass up for Carlson. Carlson puts it across the blue line. Mancini collects it, puts it across for Hughes. Hughes puts it back over for Mancini. Mancini with a pass all the way across, indirect pass. Out for Sherwood. Sherwood tries to put it over for Ratu. Ratu can't get it. Dakota Joshua with a shot. Aiden Hill with a save. Woo! Nucks and Oilers fan, go for it. Swerve and Urban, I do not care what people do with their jerseys, says Ichiko. Gary Rasmus, Swerve, no problem with them. I wouldn't buy the one myself, though. Calvin 99 Charlie, that's unacceptable. If Mackie twirling his stick, Irvin. The team that scored 2 goals was up 2-1 at one point, then stayed the same until it wasn't. Rome, give me a hint. Back up, buddy. Ratu loses only his second faceoff of the game. White Cloud with a shot that goes wide and off the boards out to the blue line. Joshua chasing after a puck that goes off his shin pads. Can't come up with it, though. Canucks intercepted at center and then get it down low into the Vegas zone. What about Fugazi counterfeit jerseys? Rome? My first NHL, my first jersey is a counterfeit jersey. Lankinen pokes it out to the blue line. Vegas with another shot. Lankinen with a glove save on that one. Irvin, prices are too high for a real one. Forget it, says next fan. Gary Wiseman, I personally don't care, Swervin, but some people really get up in arms about it. Rome, hint, I was around when Gretzky broke Howe's record. Yeah, me too. Calvin 99 Charlie, Gary, I was joking. Ha 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 ha. Yes, yeah, I agree. Just curious. Gary Wiseman, they make some pretty good fakes these days that most people wouldn't notice unless they look really close, but hard to know what you're getting when buying online. Correct. Put Carlson on the ice talk. Wake up, man. Another glove save by Lankinen. Who's Wayne Gretzky, says Nux and Oilers fan. JK. Hi. Nux and Oilers fan. He was some random player. JK. WTF, how is that not tripping? Might have been Hirona going down too easy. He's an old Oilers player. How was that not a trip by Stone? Personalized. Hey, Russ. Wishing you well. Refs are being hard this game. Yeah, they sure are personalized. I agree with that. Welcome back. Personalized. How you doing today, buddy? Canucks are in this one. Sort of feeling like Vegas is just toying with the Canucks and they'll win the game when they feel like it. Sounds plausible, says Gary. Hachiko, Swerve, and Irvin. The real crime are Timo jerseys. I want a Timo jersey. Vegas controlling. Shot blocked by Lankinen. Puck comes out. And then Hoglander chips the puck down low. It's not going to be icing, though. So Aiden Hill comes out, passes the puck over for Theodore. Michael Chow, Swerving, you mean like other games between these two teams? Give me another hint, Rome. Yes. Bluger on the half boards. Chips it off the boards and out. And that puck goes into the Vancouver bench. And it looks like it went off of a Vegas player into the bench. So the puck's going to come outside the Canucks blue line. Rome, Swerving, Irvin, love custom jerseys with your own name. Never goes out of style unless you're dead. But you can be buried in it. True. Rome, give me another hint. Rome, Italy. Rome, Nux and Oilers fan. I was around to see the Oilers win their last cup. Personalized. They're trolling you. Rome is nobody. Rome, Italian pizza. I remember seeing someone who had a custom thank you Jim jersey and the name bar of every Bennington failure passed on the back. That's funny. Medi Derbez, who will win, bro? Medi, I said that the Canucks are going to win 4-3 in overtime. That was my prediction. Welcome, Medi. I'm Russell Holiday. This is Nothing is Perfect, and you haven't yet. Make sure you hit that sub button below me. I'd appreciate it. We're trying to get this number up to 1,000, and I would appreciate any help that you could give me. Big Hug says, welcome, Medi. I'm guessing either Vancouver or Vegas. Man, Zach Whiteclaw has got to be one of the most underrated players. Thank you, bro, says Medi. Dobby just farted, everyone. I'm going to get him his dinner, and I'm going to feed it to you. Feed it to him in front of the camera. Okay, I'll be right back with Dobby's dinner. Oh, my God. You did just fart. That's terrible. Are you a hungry boy, Dobby? Yeah, come on over. Oh, yes, come on. Oh, my goodness. Come on. Up, 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 up. Up, 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 up. Come on, put your feet up here. Oh, yes, there you go. You put your foot right here. Oh, right here. And right here. Yep. 13:45 left to go in the third period. 2-2. Vegas has had the carry of play lately in the third period here. Canucks looking to turn that tide around. O'Connor behind the net. Puts it back to the point for Mancini. Mancini with a shot. That one goes off a stick. And out of play. A million miles out of play. Dobby destroyed that. There's still 2 more in there, buddy. Why are you licking my... Stop licking my pillow, you weirdo. There's 2 more in there. Oh, yes, Dobby. Did you lose some down here? Oh, you sure did. Here, look at this. See, this is what we're feeding Dobby. Oh, yes, yes. There's another one for you. Oh, there's another one here. Gosh, you're a messy eater, Dobby. You're such a messy eater, huh? Okay, that's all of it, huh? That's a good one. Now I throw your bowl. Yes. Now he's going to go lick his bowl all the way to the other side of the rim. Dobby got his dinner, everyone. I hope you enjoyed that. Dobby. Calvin and Charlie. Dobby. Big Mac. Dobby. Nucks fan. Next Oilers fan. Dobby. Dobby. Big Hog. Dobby. Hachiko. Unpopular opinion. Russ should be replaced by Crystal. What? Personalized fun fact. Ovi has dual citizenship, Russia and the United States. That would make sense. The Blues don't lose. Yeah, Russ sounded like you had a throat bubble there, bud. I did have a throat bubble. How did you know? You could hear it. Medi, who will win, bro? I think the Canucks are going to win, buddy. Rome, are you 30 years old? Personalized White Cloud is a hard worker, but not underrated. Vegas controlling again in the Canucks zone. Ovi Selly was the whale flopping down. Laugh out loud. Forbort behind his own net. Canucks take control. Forbort and Hughes. Hughes controlling in his own zone, waiting for a change. Hughes makes a pass for Mancini. Mancini puts it off the boards up. The puck goes past everyone and all the way down the ice, and the Vancouver Canucks have once again iced the puck. Learn the rules! Vancouver, we're not making cakes. Michael Chow, I remember Ovi crying on the bench when Canada was spanking Russia in the World Juniors. Emperor King, I want the Canucks to win. Gary Wiseman, has anyone beaten the Blues yet? No! No one has beaten the Blues. Okay, let's do a poll. There it is, your first poll question. Late in the third period, puck comes out front. DeBrusque was not ready for it. And then Vegas carries it out. Ovi should have done the too hot to handle or whatever it's called. Yeah, where you put his stick on the ground and he was like, ah! That would have been funny. A lot of people didn't like that Selly laugh out loud. I don't mind. Puck to the front. Bluger taking his man's stick. Jake DeBrusque skates out over to the center ice line and then puts it in. Rome, lefty all around. Could be. He's got his green card at least. He's gone. Only one I don't like is the gritty BS. Gritty? Oh. Did Ovechkin do the gritty? Yum. Mayhem, says Calvin. Rome. Calvin 99 Charlie, it was pretty good Selly, but looked a little awkward. Yeah, nobody knew what the hell was going on. Eichel with another good shot. Lankinen with a good save. Puck up the boards. Hoglander puts it to the middle. Puck goes off of a Vegas Golden Knight all the way down the ice. Brock Besser's in on the forecheck. Stone collects it behind his own net. Hoglander in the zone, trying to keep pressure on. Puck ripped into the Canucks zone. DPD puts it back for Hronek. Hronek puts it up for Carlson. Carlson flips it into the Vegas zone. O'Connor moves in. Sasson and Carlson battling for the puck. O'Connor there as well. Can't come up with the puck. Vegas controls behind their own net. 10:30 left to go in the third period. Dobby, look at that face. Yeah, he's still literally licking his bowl around the house. I love when Marchand did the McGregor when the MMA fighter was in Boston. Yeah, doing like the arm thing, right? First shot knocked down in front. Can't get to the front of the net. Nicholas Waugh. What a save by Lankinen with a kick save, and the rebound goes wide. Great save, Lankinen! Puck on the half boards. Ratu gets it out of the zone. Ratu battling at center. Vegas bats the puck down low. We got Pettersson and Pettersson on the ice right now. You love to see Pettersson. DPD puts it off the glass and out of the zone. Sherwood has the puck go off his stick and out of play. Hey, Dobby, there's no more food lying around. There is no more. You were done. Come here. Stop scrounging. Come on up. Oh, yes, come on up. Dobby does this thing when he's done his dinner. He goes around and licks the entire floor. No, I spelled it wrong. I'm a dumbass. And Oxenoi's fan is like, Dobby, Dobby, Dobby. And Muhammad's like, hi, Dobby. Hi, Dobby. I love the catfish walk. Vladdy is signing. Is he? Was it Ratu or Hronek who got the last goal? It was Ratu. Michael Chow, Lekermacki should do the Charleston next time he scores the shootout. Yeah. And we'll see how much they like it, right? Calvin and Charlie. Nah, he's Russian who's stuck in America now, like the rest of the Russian players. 500 divided by 14, go. Ah! I can't do it. Let's go! 35 mil a season. Oh, wow. That's a big signing. How many years? I'd love to see the Charleston. Learn the rules, says Nux and Oilers fan. Lefty all around. Okay. It says both Russia and US allow dual citizenship, so he must have both. Funny, though, Google would say if he does nor not. Does or not. Learn the rules, learn the rules. Sort of nerve. Meanwhile, in Canada, nobody can buy a house. Yep. You can buy a fixer-upper in the middle of nowhere. Rome. Blues will probably lose their last game when they ice an AHL lineup to rest their top players after securing a playoff spot. In response to Nothing is Perfect poll on whether or not the Blues would lose another game before the postseason, I honestly don't know. That said, on Monday afternoon Pacific Daylight Time, the Jets will be hosting those Blues. It'll be very interesting to find out how the game goes, particularly after an ugly 4-1 loss to this weekend to the Jets, to the Utah Hockey Club. Yeah, the Jets lost. F that. I was born in Vancouver. I'm just buying a house. I just finished buying a house, actually, says personalized. Patrick Waugh should have challenged Ovi's goal. That would have been funny. Swervin' Irvin, I'm not leaving. You Google Wayne Gretzky and it automatically says he has dual US Canadian citizenship. Yeah, he does. He's been living down there for so long he had to. Mancini battles out of the corner. Puts the puck into the middle for Bluger. Bluger puts it over for DeBrusk. DeBrusk puts it over for Hughes. Hughes collects it on the half boards. Does well to keep it. Puts it behind the net for DeBrusk. DeBrusk in behind the Vegas net. Puts it into the corner for Sherwood. Sherwood puts it back up to the blue line. Mancini can't keep it in. He puts the puck across his own blue line over for Hughes. Hughes stops. Puts the puck up for Connor Garland, who flips it into the Vegas zone. Gets hit down. Should have been interference, but you know, they're not calling that one anymore. Hoglander battling on the half boards, trying to get the puck back. Manages to get it down low a little bit, but he's getting triple teamed. And the Vegas Goldenknights get the puck out into the, and then DP puts it all the way up for Forbort. Forbort stops on the half boards, puts it towards Aiden Hill. Aiden Hill makes an easy save, and Vegas takes it to the corner. Sherwood's there battling. Forbort pinches in, but can't come up with the puck. Ratu puts the puck back for DPD. Dobby stares at me. Guys, I just solved the white side of my Rubik's Cube. I have one side solved. Nice! Calvin and Charlie, if you Google Goose Wayne, he's a better Wayne. Dobby. Lank the tank. Lank don't tank. Dobby learned his habits from Russ. 14 years. Knights, please, says Eric. Eric Luzuriga. Eric, cheering for the Knights. Welcome to Nothing is Perfect. Canucks, please, says Jazz. Michael Jow, Jake DeBrusque just kind of exists out there. What Jazz says is personalized. Gamer A, today is the last day of the season of the Canucks. Will wear the black skate. You're right, Gamer A. It is the last one. Oh, yes. Now I have my Dobby. Ooh. Right through the crease. Canucks just put it. Canucks out to center. Brock Besser at the center line. Flips it over into the far corner for Hoglander, who skates in onto it. White Cloud rips around the boards. Puck goes off of a Canucks skate. Bounces in the zone. Brock Besser trying to come up with it. Can't quite get it. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, my nice boy. 7:17 left to go in the third period. 2-2. Vegas has been controlling play in this third period. Canucks have had a couple of chances, but definitely more possession time for Vegas. Oh, yes, you love kissing my ears, don't you, huh? Oh, are you sick of your father? White Cloud with a shot. That one gets blocked by DeBrusque. Checks his stick to make sure it's not broken. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Rock-a-bye Dobby in the treetops. Wind blows. Did you see that look you just gave me? He's like, what is wrong with you, Dad? Canucks come in. Keeper Sherwood over the blue line. Puts it in behind the net. Dobby watching intently. My sweet boy Dobby. Scoreboard at center. Sherwood tips it in over the Vegas blue line, and they'll go for a change. The Canucks are going to have to change quickly. Lankinen with a save. Rebound comes out. Lankinen gets batted into the net. Manages to keep it out, though. Thank goodness. And then that's going to be an icing call, though. Rome asks, Russ is a Dobby. Is Dobby a daddy or a mommy's boy? He is definitely a mommy's boy. He loves his mommy more than anyone in the whole damn world. And right now he's just over there making his bed. Yeah, that's a good boy. Did you just make your bed? Did you just make your bed, huh? Yeah, he loves his mom. It's ridiculous. When we went to pick up Dobby from the breeder, there was a blanket set up with all the puppies on it, and there was another couple there before us, and they really wanted Dobby because they wanted a boy, and he was the only one left. And they couldn't get his attention. He did not care about them at all. And then Crystal came in and sat down on the blanket, and then Dobby woke up and skirtled on over to Crystal's foot, and then laid his little head down on her boot and went to sleep. And that's how he selected Crystal as his mom. So, and ever since that day, he's been a mama's boy. Sasson loses the puck. What are you doing? We're not going outside right now. Come back up here. Come on, Bubby. Stop being a weirdo. Come on up. There you go. Good boy. Are they switching to white skates? No, they are not, Michael Chow, unfortunately. Bitch, please! The swerve and everyone. Whoa! Okay, Chat GPT gave me the answer. Hee hee hee. Russ, are you bullying a new guys? It's crazy. Laugh out loud. Michael Chow, was it the Minnesota Fighting Saints that wore the white skate? Hachio, get Dobby off screen. Let's go Vancouver Canucks, says Mohammed. Blue, white, green, blue, white, green, blue, white, green. And then Rome says, Michael Chow, California Golden Seals wore the white skates. Drew Richards says, Dobby, Dobby, Dobby. Personalized says, va, 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 Vancouver. Canucks, says Personalized. Michael Chow, Rome. Ah, yes, I knew it was one of those footnotes in history teams. Yeah. And then didn't the Minnesota North Stars wore like roller hockey pants, I believe. Keep the pressure on Canucks, says Mohammed. Lefty around. Alexander Ovechkin holds dual citizenship. He has lived in Washington, D.C. area since 2005, so he maintains close ties to both countries. Good on you, Ovi. Gary Wiseman, Russian living suspiciously close to Capitol Hill. Weird, right? Michael Chow, Gary Wiseman, you say that like it's unusual these days. Yeah, I know, right? Personalized, Ovi doesn't live in Washington. He lives in a place next to Washington. Fair enough. Touche, Michael. Lefty around. I have respect for people who get citizenship in countries they have lived in many years, while so many others maintain a green card for decades, never becoming citizens. Calvin 99 Charlie, Gary, it's not the first time. It's why Trump is deporting everyone now. Swerve just did some research on the last time the Canucks donned the white skate jersey. Like it and locked in, thankfully. Yeah, Gamer, you were right. He's looked good tonight. Gary Wiseman, and what were the results of your research? Michael Chow, yeah, don't leave us hanging like that, lefty around, or in the case of Canada, a permanent resident card, like getting citizenship. IDK, this team puts me through an emotional roller coaster. IDK, you were right. They absolutely do. It's the Canucks' favorite thing to do. Emotional roller coaster after an emotional roller coaster. Swerve and Irvin, April 12th, 1997, 5-4 win over Edmonton. Naslund was the last player to score wearing it. Very cool. There's some trivia for you. Hoglander almost comes up with the puck in the corner. 4:20 left to go in the third period. I don't think you'd want a green card living in America nowadays. Hoglander steals the puck on the half boards. Loses the puck, but Suter collects it on the half boards. Hronek puts it down for Suter. Suter puts it far side for Marcus Pettersson. Oh, man. And then a rebound in front. Hoglander going for it, but Aiden Hill comes in and covers the puck with 401. Good shot from Hronek on the point. Michael Chow, either other teams have scouted the heck out of Hughes or he's fried. Besser and Hoglander in front looking for a rebound there. Aiden Hill getting his big old mitt down on that before the Canucks could get there. Lefty all around. I am proud third generation Canadian. No need to go to the States at this time for any reason. Nux and Oilers fan, swear jar, swear jar, swear jar. Zach, swear jar, swear jar, swear jar. Nux and Oilers fan, how many minutes are left in the third period? There are 4 minutes and 1 second left to go in the third period. Come on, Garland. Score a goal, says Calvin 99 Charlie. Gamer A. If this game goes to overtime, the Canucks really have to win because no over win. So this is at home. Mancini puts it down low. Garland puts it back up to the point for Hughes. Hughes puts it down low for Garland. Garland stops, puts it back up for Hughes. Hughes skates to the middle. Skates down to the half boards, puts it down low behind the net. Bluger can't get it. The Vegas Golden Knights put it up to the blue line, kicked in. Bluger with a long shot. Aiden Hill with an easy save. Aiden Hill gives Carter Garland a playful smack on the booty. Overtime. Was that last part written in English? 420 Blaze, it's air horns. Beer, 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 beer. Did Swerve block me? But going to Mexico sounds good. Spend my travel dollars there. Yeah, baby. Hachiko, my dad is a green card holder And becoming a citizen costs money. Vegas wins the draw. Canucks pressure, though, on the forecheck. Sherwood and Joshua there trying to come up with the puck, but Vegas comes out with it. Skates the puck out of their zone. Skating down low into the face-off dot, into behind the net, puts it out front, and Vegas scores. Once again, it's the same play all the time. The Canucks cannot cover the man who's standing directly in front of the net, and they get scored on. It's 3-2. Vegas leads. Because the Canucks cannot get their defensive coverage right. It's the same thing. I've been saying that all game. That guy stands up right in front of the goalie, and no one takes him. Quinn Hughes chases behind the net. Mancini follows and doesn't have Olofsson. Yeah, Ratu didn't have him. Mancini didn't have him. He just gets lost in coverage, literally in the best position in hockey to score a goal. Vegas scores. And Fireborn Knights is like, yeah! Ah! Thank you, fans. See you in the fall. Personalized original Jets. Lefty all around. I want Besser, Carlson, or Quinn to score the winning goal. Michael Chow Bluger with the most mediocre shot on goal ever. Yeah, that was. Rome, you mean someone is willing to pay to be an American? Yeah, Mancini will score the game-winning goal. You called Mancini to score the game-winning goal, but he didn't have his coverage on the goal against, so. Corbett puts it in the middle. Besser couldn't get it. Suter's back, covering for the defenseman. Suter battling on the boards. Hoglander trying to come out with it on the half boards. Vegas comes out with, though, gets it down low. Good move, gets a shot on net. Canucks can't get it out of the corner. Hronek puts it over for Suter. Suter takes his time and drops it back for Hronek. They might pull the goalie pretty quick here. Personalized of these teams, who had the best jersey? Nordiques, North Stars, Jets, Coyotes, or Thrashers? Nordiques. The answer is the Nordiques. Oh no, says Lefty all around. Not going as long as Trump is president. Just wait for him to fade away. Oh, brother, says KJ. Yep. Puck goes out of play. 2 minutes and 1 second left to go. We are just Makachow can't lose an OT if you don't get to OT. Called it. Eric, let's go. Eric is stoked. Gamer A, oh man. Dang it, says Muhammad. Come on, Besser, do your thing. Emperor King. But hey, Russell, at least it's not 3-1 no more. That is true. We lost the first 2 games 3-1. Freaking Vegas. BS, says Muhammad. Lefty all around. So Mancini could be involved in the winning game goal. Too bad it was for the other team. Well, says Turned Lizard 258. Hi, Turned Lizard 258. Welcome to Nothing is Perfect. Garland had his stick slashed out of his hands. No call because the refs are fucking pieces of shit. Michael Chow, Gary Osmond. Yeah, Besser time. Hughes puts it up for DeBrusque. DeBrusque throws it far side into the corner. Lankinen still in net. Puck bounces, almost comes in front. Marcus Pettersson stops, puts it over for Hughes. Marcus Pettersson shot. That one goes off his stick and out of play. Now they'll probably pull Lankinen. Personalized. When you're in the NHL and are a goalie, if your name is Kevin, you're always going to be weak. Who else is the weak Kevin? RIP 2018 Broncos. Go Jets go. Whoever said Mancini would score the game winner jinxed. Yeah. Laugh aloud. Was that a Kevin Weeks joke? Haha. Drew Richards, I didn't pick up on that one. You might be right. Vegas deflects the puck all the way down the ice. 1:16 left to go. Canucks have an empty net. Quinn Hughes passes up. Suter passes far side now. Garland enters the zone, drops it. Gets intercepted though, chipped out to center. Quinn Hughes collects it. 1:04 left to go. Quinn Hughes rips it around the boards. DeBrusque collects it. Does well. 3 Vegas Golden Knights there. Gets it up around the boards. Besser skates down, pokes it into the corner. DeBrusque has the puck bounce on him. He tries to bring it to the front. Puck is loose. Connor Garland digging away. The puck's not even covered, but the referee blows the whistle because he's a fucking piece of shit. Did I say that already? So sick of Humboldt. OG Jets or the Phoenix Coyotes Kachina jersey, the standing Coyote character one. Yeah, that one's sick. Gary Wiseman, the Native American style one. Emperor King, not like this. Not like this. Yeah, Gary, Kachina. Horrible Kevin Weeks joke. Must be a dad. Swear jar. Yeah, I'm using the swear jar a little bit there. Canucks now call a timeout with 46 seconds left to go, and they're letting Yogi talk to the players for some reason. Michael Chow, if the Canucks came out with a perfume, it would be called disappointment and smell like crap. Swervin' Irvin. Emperor King, Matrix reference. Rip Canucks. Swear jar, swear jar. Please win Canucks. Wow, Michael. Not like this. Not like this. Today was fun when the Sabres beat the Bruins 6-3. I am sure, miserable Sabres loved it. Yep. Have a good night, brother. Nothing is perfect. See you later, Dark Fear. Emperor King, says Swervin' Irvin. Laugh out loud. Michael Chow says lefty all around. Emperor King, yo, Swervin' Irvin. Swervin' Irvin, Matrix reference? Question mark. Yes, Swervin' Irvin. Haha, nice. Her head flopped at that weird scene. Flopped weird. Not like this. Not like this. Jazz, I'm scared. Me too, Jazz. You and me both. See if Suter can win this face-off. Should have Atu Ratu taking it, but you know, whatever. Suter wins it. Oh, and he wins it so good that Hronek can't keep it in because Hronek sucks. Oh, did I say that out loud? Canucks rip it around the boards. Aiden Hill stops behind the net. He puts it up the boards. Block, knocked down. DeBrusque puts it over for Hronek. Hronek puts it over for Bester. Bester kicks it to the front of the net. Puck comes back into the zone. Bester puts it back to the blue line. Deflects into the middle. Puck comes into the front. 15 seconds left to go. Vegas flips it out of the zone. It's knocked down by a high stick, and the puck's going to be in the Canucks zone with 9.5 seconds left to go. So Lankinen's going to have to come back into the net. Oh, look, Yogi, your plan didn't work. What a surprise. That'll probably do it. 9.5 seconds left to go. Canucks are looking for a miracle. This is pretty much it. Thank you for deleting that message, Drew. Sorry to hear Ross has that effect on you, Jazz. Mancini will score the tying goal. Gunshot. Hachigo's been shot, everyone. Vegas controls. Puts it in the net. Quinn Hughes just stops. That's the end of the game, guys. Still not mathematically eliminated, but Drew Richards is crying. Yep. I got you. Thank you, Drew. Canucks lose. Swervin' Irvin seeing the Blues on their streak with Coach Montgomery while the Bruins are just ass. Really goes to show who was the blame in that situation. Yep. Womp womp. Drew, what did you delete? GG, nothing is perfect. Thanks for being here, Fireborn. If you haven't yet, I'd appreciate you hitting that sub button. We'll be live during the playoffs. We might even be covering your Vegas Golden Knights because it doesn't look like the Canucks are going to be able to make it. So, Mr. Fireborn, I would appreciate it. But enjoy your night, and thanks for being here, brother. It's a secret. Michael Chow, oh, this perfume is incredible. It was a good game. Nothing is perfect. Yeah, that was fun. I mean, that's the thing. The games are usually pretty close between these two teams, so they're always fun. You never want to see a blowout. Big Mac GG. All right. Let's get Dustin on the line. That's how I feel.
Yeah. Hold on. I made a new hat.
Dustin's got a new hat. Oh, there it is. It's a real upgrade, right? You can hide
There we go.
hide yourself.
That's better.
Does it feel nice in there? Like, it's nice and
Well,
safe.
it's nice. No one can see me cry.
Oh
It's
my
kind of warm
god.
in here, though. Holy man.
It's
That
like
is
the goal they allowed was exactly the one I kept on pointing out over and over in this game. The Canucks were losing that man high, like right in front of the net. They kept on losing that man. It was terrifying me, and that's the goal that came back to bite us in the ass.
Yep. And that was a playoff team against the team that has no business being in the playoffs.
Yeah.
In that third period, all Vegas. Canucks didn't even really have a whimper in the third period of a chance.
2 shots.
Yeah. And not able to get anything even with the goalie pulled. Just a tough look. And I think the golf clubs are starting to get dusted off for these boys here.
We can officially say that as of that loss, Canucks are not mathematically eliminated, but essentially at this point, that means that Minnesota requires losing all of their games. So
Yes.
Minnesota would have to lose all of them, and then we would also require, obviously, Calgary to lose most of their games. So 2 points for Minnesota or another loss for the Canucks, and they're mathematically eliminated. But yeah, not looking good right now.
Nope, it is not. It's unfortunate. It's been a tough year. Lots of drama, turmoil, injuries. Pretty much everything that could go wrong went wrong. And it's just it just wasn't enough at the end of the day. And this was going to be a tough test given the schedule we had to finish off the season. But we definitely looked severely mismatched in that third period. Like even if we made it to the playoffs, you look at the difference in the abilities of the team to control the play and push the play in their favor. The Canucks just don't have that. They just don't have those players. They don't have a Stone. They don't have an Eichel. Even Barbashev or Carlson too. William Carlson. You know, those guys drive their lines into the other end of the ice and keep it there. And the Canucks will really need to look hard in the offseason for either Petey to do some soul searching and be that guy, or bring someone in who can be that guy, because you're not going to find that guy in the draft when you're picking, around like
17th,
12th or 13th.
Somehow the Canucks will still end up drafting after teams that made the playoffs. Although I don't think that's actually possible.
Yeah, and then our free agents will walk for free, and oh man, just a tough year. I want it just to be over. I want to see that eliminated, just so we can move forward and see what we got in our young guys. Let our guys that are hurt sit out and take the rest of the year off and move forward. Get a clean slate and a fresh start next year.
Does it make you feel better that Adam Gaudette, former Vancouver Canuck, and Travis Green, former Vancouver Canuck, will make the playoffs?
Oh yeah, great. And Travis Hamonic as well, right? Isn't he over there? Anti-vaxxer extraordinaire.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the thing is that gives me some hope is the fact that Petey was playing really, really well before he got injured again against the New York Rangers. So we're hoping maybe if he can get a full summer of work in, a full training camp, and not have to deal with that knee injury, that looks like that might have been feeling a little better before he got hurt again. Maybe he can come out and play like the number one center that he hope he can be.
Well, for sure. I mean, you've seen it before. He has the ability to put the offense on the board. Um, since his rookie season, that knee injury severely derailed his ability to stabilize himself against contact, and he didn't have confidence in it going into this season. So hopefully he can build up some strength, get some better physical training, and yeah, it's just it'll be tough. Hopefully he can put on some muscle and get a full season of training.
I've been waiting for him to put muscle on for a while now, and I haven't seen it. He still looks like a beanpole. Swervin Irvin donates $2.79 and says, Dusty, they can draft, but they can be drafted, but we just won't find them.
Well, this draft is definitely, you're not going to find anyone who's going to be a game changer. This is a pretty thin draft class. Other than the top 10, I would really say anyone after that is a question mark of whether they go all the way to the NHL.
Yeah. 3 stars of the night, Dustin, in a 3-2 loss to the Vegas goldenknights. What does the Vancouver media do for the 3 stars of the night? Do they get it right?
Let's see here. Tonight's 3 stars. I am giving. Oof. It's a tough one. It's pretty spread out tonight. No one really was shining. I guess Victor Olofsson, Otu Ratu, not Ratu. Höglander, first game back, gets a goal. Olofsson, game winner. And Lankinen for making 33 saves.
At 2 of 3. Olofsson got the first star with the 1 goal for the game-winning goal. Lankinen got the second star with his 9.1 or 0.914 save percentage, and then William Karlsson taking out Höglander from your prediction with the 1 assist. So I guess they just really like Karlsson's game, although he was moving pretty well out there tonight.
Yeah, he did have a pretty good third period.
But yeah, I still probably, I guess it's hard to give. The Canucks media are smart, and it's hard to give 2 Canucks a star in a 3-2 loss. So I guess we'll give Shorty and Tomlinson the benefit of the doubt on this one.
I guess so.
Mancini
Everybody gets one.
Mancini obviously got really, really unlucky on that 1 goal. And then, but the third goal, that's where he kind of lost his coverage. Quinn Hughes went behind the net. Mancini didn't read that. He lost his man in front of the net. But that's kind of thing you probably expect from that.
Yeah, there was a couple of them just kind of puck watching there. I think Mancini was trying to get in the passing lane, but then kind of got a little mesmerized just kind of watching the play. And I mean, he did get a piece of the pass. It wasn't a clean pass right through to Olofsson. It was bobbled a bit, but I mean, it's just a tough one. Ratu tried to get back and tie him up and help out as the center coming back, but it's just the speed of Vegas was too much for the Canucks to handle.
Mm-hmm.
And they were able to get into those soft areas and found a way to get the win. That's what championship teams do.
Yeah, let's talk about the Abbotsford Canucks. We still have one more game to talk about because
make you feel better.
All right, so the Abbotsford Canucks played earlier today, 4:00 start against the best team in the AHL. They defeated them yesterday in the shootout. What did they do against them today?
Today they came out flying. Phil DiGiuseppe getting his fourth AHL goal of the season. 32 seconds into the game, assist to Sammy Blais again. Sammy Blais all over the score sheet lately. I really hope that he has a good offseason and they have a look at bringing him in on a PTO or maybe even just signing him to a one-year deal and giving him a chance with the big club, because it really looks like he has found his stride that he lost with the ACL injury. He's really looking like he could be an important tool going forward for any NHL team for that matter. So, yeah, good stuff out of Blais lately. And then Tristan Nielsen scoring with a couple minutes left in the first period to make it 2-0 Canucks going into the second. Laval will score early in the second on a power play. making it 2-1. But then Ty Mueller would get it back, making it 3-1 going into the third. Ty Mueller would get another one early in the third, in the first minute. Abbotsford has developed a habit of scoring early in periods and like within the first 2 minutes, and a lot within the first minute. It's crazy. But yeah, Mueller getting his 12th of the season. Arshdeep Baines and Jet Wu on the assists on that one. Baines, that was his second assist of the game, second primary assist, both on Mueller goals. Laval would fight back a bit in this one, though, getting too late in the third. One on the power play, but that was as close as they would come. Abbotsford Canucks going on to the 4-3 victory. Nikita Tolopilo again having a fantastic game, stopping 35 of 38 shots against. So, like we talked about earlier on a different game about the waiver issue and Shilov's maybe not being waiver exempt anymore. Well, we do have a bit of a security blanket in the fact that Nikita Tolopilo has really found his game under Justin Pogge and has started to string together a number of wins with the Canucks now extending their win streak to 13, as you mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
And also with that 13th straight victory, getting their 44th win of the season, which is also a new franchise record.
Very impressive. 85 points now. Only
85 points.
They just passed
solidified
Ontario
in second place. Also have secured home ice advantage for the first round of the playoffs. So get your playoff tickets in Abbotsford. If you want playoff hockey, go watch your Abbotsford Canucks and cheer them on, because all the young guys that you're watching here try and push to the playoffs, they'll be going back there for the playoff race in Abbotsford, and it'll be real fun to watch. So go cheer them on and see if they can get their way to a Calder Cup.
Do they play all three? Because it's a best of 3 in the first round, right?
Yeah. So what they'll do for the first round is they'll do 1, 1, and 1. The best of 5 ones, sometimes they'll do like 3 and then 2, but it depends.
The Abbey Canucks have a little bit of time off. They'll be back in action on Friday in a back-to-back with the Calgary Wranglers. They'll be playing them Friday at 7 and Saturday at 7, so be looking ahead to those games. Obviously, the Calgary Wranglers have lately fallen off a little bit and fallen down the standings, but are still trying to secure their playoff spot, so it should be interesting to see who can come out top on those 2 games.
Yes, those will be the final 2 home games of the Abbotsford Canucks regular season. And then, of course, going on the road to finish off the season for 3, and then the playoffs back home to start the playoffs. And obviously, we won't know who they face until the rest of the playoff picture shapes up in the AHL.
And even just looking at the crowd in those 2 Laval games, there looked like there was quite a few people in the building. So it's nice to see the Abbotsford Center all nice and full with lots of fans cheering on the team.
Yeah, they're starting to get some of that playoff heat, right? Like it's starting to get popular. And once these younger players that have gotten some exposure playing with the big club, not as many people follow the young guys. So when they get to play for the big club, people start to notice. And then it's like, oh, maybe we should go watch the young team because these guys are doing so well up here. And it's great to see the support for the young guys, and hopefully they can get a couple sellouts for the last 2 home games of the season, and then can sell the place out for the playoffs.
So back to the Vancouver Canucks. They got 5 games left in this season. They got Dallas coming up on Tuesday night. Another tough task. It's not going to get any easier. You got Colorado on Thursday, Minnesota obviously battling for their playoff lives on Saturday, and then San Jose, and then Vegas one more time. So really 4 really tough games. I mean, San Jose, we usually end up only winning by a goal, but we still win. Maybe not talk specifically about Dallas, but what are you looking for from the Canucks just in general over the last 5 games of the season before they finish out?
I'd like to see at this point anyone who's ailing to just call it a season and move aside for the young guys to stay in the lineup. You definitely don't want Lekkerimäki being a healthy scratch, given that the Abbey Canucks are going into the playoffs. You want him playing and skating so that he's ready to go for that down there to get that kind of experience. So we'll see what kind of lineup they trot out and see if they wave the white flag or not. But I would expect to see a very youth forward lineup and get those boys a little extra ice time out there against Dallas and see what they can do.
I mean, that's you look at guys like Pettersson, right? Like, just shut him down. Like, even Quinn Hughes hasn't looked right. And he said the other day, last week, I think he was just annoyed by a reporter asking if he was 100%. He's like, yeah, I'm 100%. Like, there's no way you're 100%, bro. So
yeah,
even Hughes, like, would you say, okay, just shut him down?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, there's no reason for him to be playing now. Like, there's absolutely no reason. It is mathematically insane to think that we're going to get in. So there is no reason risking a career-ending injury for nothing games. If they have something that's bugging them, just get them out of the lineup.
Yeah. So right now, there are already a lot of these young guys in the lineup. So not many that could probably be put in. But maybe you're looking at getting Lekkerimäki some more time. If a guy like, like any of these forwards that are bumped up, maybe getting Lekkerimäki back and getting some more time. But by the sounds of it, it sounds like Tocchet doesn't want to give Lekkerimäki more time anyways.
Yeah, I don't know. Tocchet is just going to kill our youth, man. Through the first two periods, Oturatu was by far our best forward, had the most shots on goal, was leading in the faceoff dot, had a goal, and, ended up with 11 minutes in ice time tonight. It's just like he's got... Oh, man. And you can't tell the guy nothing. He never takes the blame for the losses. He lays it on the players, and that they don't follow his grand plan. And when we win, he doesn't praise the players. They just followed the plan, and so it's like, you know what? I'm over it. I'm over Tocchet. I have been for a while. You guys all know I've been over him for a while. So let's not act like this is something new here.
Ratu's literally leading the team in goals in the last 5 games with 4. He has more than anyone, and yet he does not get more ice time. What do you have to do in Rick Tocchet's system to get more ice time if you're not, like, he's literally scoring goals? Like, what else do you want from him?
Yeah, and that's where it's like this powder puff media that Vancouver has protected the team from, like, with. They don't ask the tough questions, and so it's constantly Tocchet's constantly able to say the same crap over and over, and then we just keep getting fed it by Tocchet, Alvin, and Rutherford, and it's the same stuff over and over and over. And you go to the actual analysts, and it's like, no one's happy. No one's happy with the direction of this team right now. Even defensively, it's like your top forwards are your worst defensive forwards. So we got to figure it out.
Dustin, you gonna be there on Tuesday against the Dallas Stars?
For you, Russ, I'll be there.
I didn't want it to come to this point where it was like, well, you know what? The team sucks, but we'll still find things to talk about, I'm sure.
We will find things to talk about. Absolutely. I'll be there.
Cool. Well, thank you very much for joining. Is there anything you want to say to chat before I let you go?
Oh, thanks as always for sticking with it, guys. It's been a tough season. We got a few more games here to go. We'll be here to suffer with you guys in solidarity. We are all Canucks, and we are all disappointed. So let's just be disappointed together.
We'll have a 5-part therapy session to end the season.
Exactly.
Awesome, Dustin. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of the night. We'll talk to you on Tuesday, buddy.
You too. Have a good start to your week.
Dustin Boydell, everyone, stopping by to help us out with our mental anguish, watching the Vancouver Canucks lose to the Vegas Golden Knights 3-2. You hate to see it. Castle Siege. We may play mad next game. Have a good night, Russell. Yeah, you never know. Castle Siege. Who knows what team's going to show up? Flying down to Dallas to play you guys. 5 o'clock game on Tuesday. Swerve and Irvin coming in. Dust, is the media soft or is Tocchet protected? Swerve and Irvin, you just missed him. But I will answer the question if you want. The Canucks do a really they take their time to block the media. Like, they don't have the same level of access as they used to. But I also think that the media is kind of scared that they're going to get their press pass revoked. So I think it might be a bit of both. Swerve and Irvin. Sorry, Dustin didn't answer the question, but I hope you appreciate it. And I thank you for your $279 dono. We appreciate you. Oh my goodness. Canucks lose. Canucks lose. They're not mathematically eliminated yet, but they're getting darn close. Like I said, Minnesota needs to collect 2 more points, and that will allow them to finish off the Canucks' hopes. 2 more points for the Minnesota Wild in the last 4 games, and the Canucks are out. 1 more point, the Canucks could still... No, they would still be out. So even if... Oh, Wild as life shows up here. It's been a while, Russell. Have a good night. Been busy. Had a baby last week. Congratulations, buddy. So couldn't be able to watch your stream. We play the Sharks. We may beat M. Yeah, you probably will. You guys only need 1 more point. So welcome for... congratulations on the new baby, buddy. And thanks for stopping by to say hi. Good luck. I hope you're getting some sleep. And good luck making the playoffs, because I think you guys probably have it now. Michael Chow, man, that used to get to be the standard Sabres jersey. Yep. Drew Richards, surprised it wasn't a fire target at. Yeah. Dusty. GG Drew says Fireborn Knights. Thanks, Russ and Dusty and Mods. You're welcome, Mike Torrance. Thanks for being here. Michael Chow. Could the Canucks please be a spoiler for once? Zobro Rosario, the brown bag reminds me of 2 bagger days. Swear jar. EP40 says Michael Chow. If Minnesota loses the rest of their games, can we still make it? St. Louis is out here. Yes. If Minnesota loses all their games, we can still make the playoffs. Dustin and Russell, I want to say thanks for the game and sub to you. Nothing is perfect. Have a good night. Thank you very much, Fireborn. I appreciate you. Rome could have been masters of their own destiny, but it comes down to this. Thanks, Fireborn, says me. Michael Chow, I hope someone on some other team chirps Hronik with a vacation-related comment. That would be pretty funny. Mike Torrance, what if it's not a playoff plan? Dark Fear 91, I enjoy you guys in golfing now. See you later, Dark Fear. Yeah, we will be golfing pretty quick here. Lefty around, please no more talk of making the playoffs this year. It's over, 3% chance. No need to talk about it anymore. I'll talk about whatever I want, Lefty all around. I'm a crazy person. I still believe, and so does Calvin. I'm just joking, buddy. Lefty around, laugh aloud, Calvin 999 Charlie. As long as it's not 0%, I'm okay. Swerve and Irvin, don't know hype. So you're saying there's a chance. Legit, Rum. Emperor King. I just realized Wild plays Sharks next game, Russell. I know. Good night, everyone, says Nux and Other. Betcha we draft another Swede. Lefty around, this team isn't the Bad News Bears movie, but we could call them the Bad News Canucks. Thanks for streaming. You're very welcome, Dark Fear. Next one, fan. I'll see the highlights tomorrow. Good or bad, it's our team. True. Calvin Einachar, is Lucas Pettersson drafted yet? Laugh out loud. Yeah, thanks for nothing. Nothing. Ha! Lefty around. You're welcome. Good night, everyone. Swerve and Irvin. We're out. I ain't cheering for shit in the playoffs. Nux and Oilers fan. Coconuts flow, coconuts flow, coconuts flow. Rome, Nux and Oilers fan. Good night. Drew Richards, it's one of those Nux years, friends. Thanks, everyone, for being here. Coconuts flow, and have a great night. Thank you, Drewski. King of the Mods, thanks for being here. I stopped watching hockey for most part when the Canucks end their season. Swerve and Irvin, yeah, brush your teeth and go to bed. Luke Fly sweater. When you see PD before 2024, he didn't look like he needed to put weight on for stability. He was scoring tons of goals and had no trouble keeping possession of the puck. See you, Drew. Trevor Linden, 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 says Calvin 99 Charlie. Rome, and say your prayers and take your vitamins, Hulk Maniacs. Emperor King. Darn it. Now Vegas puts 2 more points up on us. Hate to see it. Actually, I'd rather have Vegas play the Blues instead of us. Lefty all around. I can cheer for Victoria Royals. See some great junior hockey. They have a really good team this year. Oh, that's good to hear. Nucks and Oilers fans, says Zach. Abby Canucks are the real deal. All thanks to Manny Malhotra. Such a G. Swerve Nervid. Make America great again, Hulkamaniacs. Mike Torrance. I like the Kings DDs this year. Odds. Yeah, I like the Kings odds. Yeah, they might beat the Oilers with a injured McDavid and an injured Draisaitl. Lefty around. Manny Malhotra, a player type coach, good communication skills from what I hear. Jet who? Lefty all around. Maybe Manny can be the next Canucks coach. Aquilini would probably like that. Get him on the cheap salary wise. Yep. Rome. Bring the Sedins as Malhotra's assistant coach. Yep. Y'all left me out to dry. Thank you, Russell, for your awesome live streaming. Much appreciated. Have a great evening. You too, Mohammed. Thanks for being here. Lefty all around. If you want to go to playoff hockey, go and cheer on the Victoria Royals if you're able, or the Abbotsford Canucks. Lefty all around. The Royals have a lot of team chemistry compared to this edition of the Vancouver Canucks, which has none, sorry to say. Calvin 99 Charlie, even on franchise mode, I don't like facing Vegas. Russ doing his thumbnail post, laugh out loud. What do you mean? Dark Charge. It's probably the Crosby curse for sure. Made Canucks lost. It might be. Laughing and crying. Deadly Flames. Thanks for stream, Russ. We play the Ducks next game. And thanks for softening them up for us, brother. You're very welcome, Deadly Flames. We'll see you next time. Misery loves company, says Rome. Swerve Irvin. Don't know hype. Rome. Remember when Pat Quinn and Brian Burke regime would ban media on a regular basis? Like J-Pat? Yep. I hate to see Vegas Golden Knights to see win. Night Russell, says Deadly Flames. Congratulations, Wild is Life. Guys like Tony Gallagher, still sour about 2018. It's Crosby's fault, nothing. I know, it is Crosby's fault. We could have won him. Midnight Solar. Thanks for the stream, Russell. I am same with Russell now. Yep. Night. Fatality Fisherman says, see you later, Fatality. Russell Bleeding Blues. I was lurking the whole time, Russell. That's good to hear, buddy. All right. 3-2 Canucks lose. We'll be back live again on Tuesday. Dallas Stars, 5 o'clock start, so we'll be live around 4:40. But yeah, until then, remember, my name is Russell Holiday. This is Nothing is Perfect, and make sure that you make good choices.